I'm actually stunned. 2-3. Can someone score, please?
It's been so hard. Trotto, that's not a good pass. Michaela Donnelly was stuck between a black singlet sandwich.
She certainly was.
Here's O'Neill. Hedemeier on the charge. Great block, Taylor Evans. Hedemeier keeps it in. Battle for it, Donnelly and O'Neill.
Another collision. There's going to be some sore bodies later tonight, that's for sure.
Just want to let everyone know that the score is correct.
Yeah.
It is 3-2. Hedemeier goes from deep on the restart. Evans now with Hedemeier to beat. To the basket. Look at the physicality there between the two. Not giving an inch, just as you would expect in international hoops. And of course, 3x3 internationally is big business these days, ladies and gentlemen. Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games.
Yes, certainly there's teams wanting to qualify for Paris next year, for 2024.
Absolutely.
And
World champs, of course.
Yeah, wanting to get spots in teams.
Asia Cup. There's so much 3x3 today, right around the world.
And we finally had a change in score.
There you go, 5-2. Australia looking good at the moment. Inside, Trotto stepping back.
Called for 3 seconds, I think.
And some big money for players as well.
Yeah, in those professional leagues.
Ty Wynyard, the latest example recently for New Zealand. Headed over to Asia. Picked up a contract believed to be around the 250,000 US mark.
Yes, yeah, nothing to sneeze at.
Kennedy Hopewade there scoring for the Australians. And all of a sudden, it is 6-2. And in the context of this game and just how hard it has been to score, that 4-point margin is quite handy.
It sure is. And New Zealand have committed their 7th foul as well. So anytime the Kiwis foul from now on, it's going to be two shots to the Australians. And if they get to 10 team fouls, then it'll be 2 plus possession.
Coming up after this one, back into the 3X Cup men's competition, the Franklin Bulls against Tavake Pacifica. Some big news for both of those teams earlier today in the afternoon session. The young Bulls outfit starting to find some form, playing some attractive 3x3 basketball. And Tavake Pacifica, oh, that's a double dribble, not picked up at all. The officials let that one go. Chevy Palvas knew it as well.
And she stepped out. Doesn't get away with that.
They eventually get it back, the Australians. Tavake Pacifica, there's the replay. And there's the step on the sideline. Won their first ever game at the elite level of basketball here in New Zealand. They're a new outfit. They were here at the 3x3 Cup last year, didn't get a win. They were winless ahead of that game late this afternoon, and they celebrated their first victory. So well done to Tavake Pacifica.
Yeah, 100%. They were so unlucky in the early goings. Lost a couple of games. I think
overtime.
I feel like they lost about 4 games by less than 3 points.
Well done to them.
Shows you the improvements that they've made.
The Aussie Kangaroos leading by 4 at the moment. Taylor Evans nearly gets it to go off the glass. Loose ball picked up by Hedemeier. There's a foul there. That'll be against Evans.
And the fact is they can't even get the ball above the rim at times. Just the physicality is quite remarkable.
Well, as I said, contrast to last night. Hippolyte now, turn and go. Nice move. Should have put that one away. Maybe worried out of it by Evans. Donnelly ignores the screen of Trotto, forced to go back out to Jackie Trotto. It opens up. She should finish off the glass, and she does.
Thought she was a bit hard on that shot, but manages to get it to fall.
Been in and around the WNBL scene as well, Jackie Trotto. Melburnian, has spent some time with a couple of the Melbourne-based WNBL teams. Trying to carve out a role. 26 years of age. Off the back of that foul, she'll head to the TAB line.
makes it.
Of course, our official stats partner, the TAB. First one down, second one short. Hedemaya rebound. Australia lead by 6, under 3 to play. Palvas just hasn't got anything going in this game. Jump ball there, Donnelly and Hedemaya. Defence will come up with it, of course. Australia and New Zealand about to do battle on court 2 in the men's Trans-Tasman. They levelled their series in the opening games last night, one apiece. A couple of thrillers. Palvas to Hippolyte, shot clock at 4. Palvas back inside, steps around Trotto and does finish. 1 to go there for Chevy Palvas.
You can just hear in the background the New Zealand and Australian men are about to start their game.
Donnelly can't put it away. And a turnover there. 2:15 to play. Just a really tough contest. I don't know any other word for it. Been so tight from the start. These two teams are locked in. Trans-Tasman rivalry at its best. Kennedy Hopewade, a great move from the big power forward.
And they're just not getting the ball in quickly either, the Kiwis, so.
9-3.
There's that short moment when the shooters are open and then it's gone.
You could see the disappointment with the Aussies last night too.
Yeah.
Got a timeout here. They came in with expectations, and we know that their travel arrangements were disrupted through weather.
Yes.
They were forced to jump in a car from Christchurch and see a lot of the South Island on an 8-hour car trip down here to Invercargill. And they just looked a little bit out of sorts last night, but they've come out with a game plan this evening. And at the moment, you have to say they've executed.
They sure have.
Haven't given the Tall Ferns any space whatsoever. O'Neill.
That's a better play from the Kiwis.
Palvas halfway in and out.
Great D.
Kennedy Hopewade, mismatch here. She knows it, uses her body, will finish off 2 times. Hands it off, and eventually they raffle it to Taylor Evans. Not sure what was going on there. They do get a point. Olivia O'Neill answers with 2. Badly needed for the Kiwis. 90 seconds to play. Offensive foul.
So no basket there.
Kennedy Hopewade involved. Maybe that was the call there. 1:29 to play. Australia by 5. Hedemaya.
She's by herself.
Right, left, back to her right, off the glass for 1.
Great read by Kennedy.
Still a chance here. They can't give up a score. They can't foul New Zealand.
And the
but
ball bobbles.
They do need to get possession.
Yeah, excuse me, Kendall Hedemaya.
Hippolyte after it. Palvas. They reset. They need points. Foul there down low. And that may put Kendall Hedemaya to the TAB for 2. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Mind you, looking at it from that angle, Hedemaya had a big piece of the singlet there.
Yeah.
First one doesn't go down. 57.3 to play. Hedemaya, second one from the TAB is good. We're back to 3. Nervous times for the Kangaroos. Was there a foul there? No whistle. New Zealand get it back. Palvas. Hippolyte sets herself. That's come off the foot of Kennedy Hopewade.
Kick ball. But, and it's a reset too, so Kiwis probably don't have the luxury of trying to run the shot clock. They need to get the ball up and try and score.
No Asia Anderson in this game as well. She can hit.
She certainly can.
Shots from outside. She's been rotated out of this one. Good setup for the Aussies. Hippolyte. Gee, that would have made things interesting. O'Neill keeps it alive. Kiwis go again. Pulvast all the way to the hoop, leaves it short. Kennedy Hopewade takes it out, takes it in, does it alone, and nearly finished this one off. O'Neill, 20 seconds. Got to shoot, does shoot, looked good off the hand, just left it short. And you'd think the Aussies from here, Kat Jones, may have just done enough. There's that last shot from Olivia O'Neill.
Yeah, I think they've got this one. 14 seconds left, unless something drastically different happens.
Can they claw one back in this Trans-Tasman series? Michaela Donnelly, she knows time is her friend right now. Smart play, Michaela Donnelly. The 29-year-old has played a lot of basketball, and that was very, very clever. She'll head to the TAB for 2 shots. Aussies out by 4.
Yeah, if I was going to say, if Donnelly can make that, that'll ice it, but...
And that might do us, it will.
Too big an advantage.
So a win there for the Australian Kangaroos. They get one back in Trans-Tasman. Series at 2-1 in favour of the Tall Ferns, but importantly on night 2, the first game between these two has gone the way of the Australians. They do clash a little bit later tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, 3x3 Cup action, back to the men's competition. The Franklin Bulls to take on Tavake Pacifica, James Lissaman and Maya Williamson to join you in the commentary box. Back soon.
Kia ora, welcome back to Sky Sport 4. James Lissaman along with Maya Williamson, ILT Stadium, the home of the 3x3 Cup here for 2023, as it was in 2022 as well. We have the Franklin Bulls taking on Tavake Pacifica. This should be quite a good, interesting game here, I think, given the way these two teams have played.
Yeah, absolutely. They've kind of had a lackluster tournament for both of them. Both have had some really tough losses that have resulted in a 2-5 record for the Bulls and then a 1-6 for Pacifica. So they're both wanting to be really getting after it this afternoon.
Well, if you like super tight finishes, Tavake Pacifica may be your team, because they have seemed to find a way to come back when they're down and force the game to be decided at the end, or be up and then let the other team get back into it. Anyway, their roster: number 0, Tyrone McLennan; number 2, Drew Lasonga-Api; the number 8 scorer at the end of the third session earlier this morning, number 12, Josh Nickel; and number 13, Joshua Tutanga Laval.
Yeah, and with the Bulls, we've got 23, Casey Noir; 4, 38, Brody Perry; 4, Christian Vano; and number 2, Corey Perry. So quite a young lineup they have there, but they have held their own, certainly.
They have. They've battled non-stop in the games. Noir, he's actually the number 9 scorer in the competition as well. So pretty good effort from the young man, and he's hit a couple of 2-point buckets, as well as some highlight dunks as well in the games that they've played.
100%, and another recognition to Christian Vano, who has also accumulated 46 points across the 1.5 days with 15 2-point shots. So he's been huge for these guys as well.
Yeah, they've played 7 games up until this one. So 15, he's averaging over 2 2-point makes a game, which is quite a lot in a race to 21. Well, I'd say a sprint to 21 is Noir. We've seen that a few times so far.
That is no surprise in his game. A good start for the Bulls here, James.
Yeah, so got the block. Ball goes out to Brody Perry, and he says, all right, have 2 points here. foul on the ground. So Bulls up 3-0 as first subs come into the game. Sorry, it wasn't Brody, it was Corey Perry. Brody Perry's just come in and drew Lasonge Ape.
I mean, it's pretty hard to mistake which one Brody Perry is, James.
Well, I saw a yellow mullet, a blonde mullet, and then didn't realise actually there's a blonder mullet.
And a longer one at that as well.
I can see Lyndon Moore getting a bit of shots of this game, possibly something to do with hairstyles, I think, as well.
She is also the media manager for the Tavake Pacifica men's team.
That makes sense. That makes way more sense.
Yep. The mullet, you know, that's a fair shout too, James.
Yeah, Tavake Pacifica. They didn't win a game, I don't think, in the 2022 competition. So actually got their first win just in the session before this one. So they've been so close, so many games. I think 1-6 record. Only one of those games, I don't think they had a chance in the final couple of possessions to win it.
Yeah, and it's such a hard thing to recover from as well. Once you start losing your first 3-4 games, it's really hard to keep going and continue that way, especially because they had so many close games.
Yes.
So, you know, they finally got a win on the board, so they'll be kind of getting a little bit of momentum now. But obviously, you know, it's really hard physically, but also really draining emotionally for these dudes.
There we go. So check ball does happen. And now we have Corey Perry driving against Tuatara Laval. He kicks the ball out, and the feet did move there. It was a good up fake initially, but then slid them just a little bit to get that extra space. McLennan comes into the game. You can see here, there's the feet sliding there on the replay. McLennan has quite a bit of bounce as well. He's had some very impressive blocks. Two-handed one we saw earlier this morning.
Yeah, against Zach McKenzie, who is an athlete in itself, so pretty impressive to get a two-hand clean swat with that one. Bulls take a 4-point lead. Not if McLennan has anything to do about it. Cuts it back to 3.
Yeah, nice little pull-up push shot there that he got to get it up quick against Nwafo, and then forces the turnover here.
From my angle, it looked like he tipped the ball out, but it must have tipped it onto KC, then come out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't see any, reaction saying, no, that was definitely off him. So I guess, I'm the same as well. It was a bit close for me to tell. Nwafo makes that very hard, but Lasonge Ape gets back in. There is a foul off the ball between Perry and Tuatara Laval.
Again, we've spoken multiple times throughout this tournament about how physical of a game 3x3 is, and yeah, to no surprise, they are battling away here today.
Yeah, over on Sky Sport 5, if you want to see the epitome of physicality, Australia taking on the New Zealand Tall Blacks, game number 3 in their series, and yeah, either best of friends or biggest fights likely to happen in their 8-game series.
I think it's most likely to be the latter there, James.
Here we go. Anyway, the pull-up free throw line jumper no good for Vano. Kick out to Perry. He's no good from 2, so the score is still 5-2.
Yeah, it's been a pretty inside game here today for both teams. Obviously, not a lot of luck from beyond the arc. Christian Vano, probably the best two-point shooter among these guys, hasn't really been able to get going here early.
And that ball has gone a mile away. You can see Tuatara Laval had to go behind the inline seats there to get the ball out.
Kapai.
And he's saying, how are you subbing, Josh? Surely, I mean that whole way, it should be me getting the rest here. Anyway, Lasonge Ape, he gets a step back 3, well, step back 2, he's signalling 2, not 3.
Step back, Bobby Jack.
Have a look at that, just quick. He likes those shots near the logo, doesn't he? Here we are, Perry comes off the Perry screen and bounces it off Nickel's hands. Nickel gets the steal, finds Lasonge Ape. He's hit one before, lines that one up just too strong. Nickel, big rebound. Drops that in pretty easily with the reverse.
He's got a very nice soft touch around the basket. We've seen it all year in the Christchurch Men's Premier Competition as Christian Vano, the Hibachi Grill, finally gets one to go.
Yeah, well, you've said he's a big-time shooter in this competition. Over 2 made 2-point buckets a game, so that's 1 for him, putting the Bulls up 7-5. And Nwafo comes back into the game, along with Tuatara Laval. Here's McLennan just getting dual screens up the top, pass inside, and that would normally be a really good pass over the top of Vano. Unfortunately, following the ball from behind is Nwafo, who may be one of the, if he's not the best, he's one of the best rim protectors in this competition here between the 14 teams.
I mean, the natural advantage that he has, you kind of have to be a great rim protector, right?
Well, you still need to have effort, timing, and understanding, and he does have those 3 things as well.
He definitely does, totally. Josh Nicol here able to come off the ball screen. He's a really great big guard. You know, he is big in stature, but he has an ability to get to the rim like a guard and a really nice touch around the rim, as well as a lot of strength to be able to absorb some contact.
Yeah, he's good at finishing at the rim and can explode up a bit higher than you'd expect, given he's, you know, not the fastest coming off the 3-point line, sorry, the 2-point line when he drives, but really good finisher around the rim. Here, Vano just dishes it up to Nuafoa, drops it in. Could have thrown the hammer down, I think, but he just made sure. And you don't see that often. A bank from the GJ Gardner side from the corner.
Yeah, that
should be worth more, shouldn't it?
That's like a Harlem Globetrotter shot right there. But Christian Vano has his answer.
Yeah, there you go. He's got his average now. So anything above this is gravy. The Songeape had space, and then Nuafoa said, nah, not anymore, young man. That shot was very high, but the rebound goes in 10-9. Corey Perry, easy.
Yeah, you can't get any easier than that in the 3x3 game.
To Tunga Laval to Nicol. Josh to Josh. He takes the sidestep too, just off to the left, and Vanol with the rebound.
KC looking to seal down low. Can't deliver the pass properly. And it's just going to roll out of bounds.
Yeah, there's a little bit of communication between the two. I think Vanol was saying, you're in there for so long. Have a look at this finish there. Uncontested. But he was trying to lead Nuafoa out so that he wouldn't get a 3-second violation. Here's Lasongeape. Quick drive and nice reverse finish there. Perry to the lane and looked like he was about to be tackled there. Lost the ball. Will be up the top here. Third team foul for Tavake Pacifica.
On the significance of that number 38 that Brodie Perry always wears, me and Justin were wondering because it is quite a strange number to always rep. The Pouakai area code is 238, so he wears 38 to represent the Puki.
There you go. Nuafoa lost the ball. Lasongeape wide open this time. Bounce, drop. 2
Shooter's
points.
touch, James. Shooter's touch.
He gets lifted off his feet here. Vano open. Nuafoa tried to get it back to him and got knocked out of bounds by Nicol.
But he possibly could have passed that just a fraction earlier, as we see that friendly roll for Lasongeape.
So we've seen a bank shot from the corner and then one shot that uses all of the rim before it drops in. Vano finds the big man here. Quick spin to the baseline. And Tuatara Laval tried to just pick a spot and be still. Moving a tiny bit, I think. Have a look here. There's the spin. Yeah, just marginally late there. Not very much, though.
Yeah, a good amount of physicality from Tuatara Laval, though. He is probably one of the only players that can really match the physicality of KC. Obviously, still slightly undersized, but he's doing a good job pushing him around out there and being a little bit of a bully.
There is Nuafoa. Look at that. Just up and over the top.
Such an
well
athlete.
defended, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. He's just so athletic.
Nicol for 2 from the corner. Off to the left to Tuatara Laval. Big rebound, and he's held by Perry there. I don't think he needed to with Nuafoa right there under the basket as well. Would have made that a very tough shot to finish.
And, yeah, that will put the Bulls up to their 5th team foul. So just one more to give before they're awarding Tavake with 2 free throws on each foul.
McLennan goes to the rim, not able to finish that one. Corey Perry with the drive. Well, there's the 2 from 2-3-8, right?
Oh, there you go. Pookie all the way.
There you go, and the connection not quite right. And Brodie Perry says, you should have been there.
High IQ player. Knows where his teammates should be at all times. You love to see it.
Yeah, well, it depends on coaching. Like I know some will say drift down, so you stay in their line of sight. Others will say pull up behind to where they've come from so that, you know, there's a bigger space between them and the defense.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Well, and just on that, James, I feel like the spacing technicalities get a little bit different in 3x3.
Yes.
And 5x5, you know, you have your different rules, and they're probably pretty set, but it can be a little bit different for 3x3. But no issues for these Bulls guys as Corey Perry gets a 2 of his own.
Yeah, puts them up by 2 points now to Tuatara Laval. He knocks the ball away. Lasongeape to Tuatara Laval. The quick fake, and Nuafoa forced to foul him there. I would have been way more interested to see Tuatara Laval go up for a dunk and Nuafoa try and block him from behind.
That would have been a highlight play. That would have been a highlight play.
I think one way or the other we would have got something cool out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So we might have to speak to them afterwards and just say, hey, in that situation,
please, just, you know,
just for us.
Embellish it a little bit.
So 16 foul for the Bulls. Free throw is good for Josh Tuatara. Vano thought about the two, finds Nwafo inside. Strong catch, he goes up and will be fouled. 15 foul for Tavake.
Such an advantage having Casey Nwafo rolling off of a pick and roll, because you can just throw it really as high as you want. He can just leave out of thin air and grab it.
And he's got really good ball tracking ability to catch, if he's rolling a wrong shoulder. It helps having effort, timing and athleticism.
And a 6'10" wingspan as well.
It does, yeah. And some natural just gifts and size.
Yeah, the hops go crazy as well.
So here's a screen for Nwafo, straight into a ball screen here for Vano. Comes off at 3 on the shot clock. The little hezzy.
Shifty! Oh my goodness, James.
It's a little bit like a sham god there, I think.
Wow, he is cooking. Hot as a hibachi grill. Christian Vano is lining it up in the deep south.
So Tuatara Laval, he goes for the 2. We need to speak to him about taking it to the rack and trying to dunk it.
Yeah, maybe relax on the 2-point shots. Casey Nwafo here is the athletic battle.
Well, I think he was going to throw that one up. Have a look at this, the quick fake and drive. And Tuatara Laval was like, oh, I'm going to foul you here.
That was definitely a dunk incoming, though.
It was.
Had it not been a foul.
So timeout taken here. Franklin Bulls, they've been battling and doing a really good job to stay within the fight for most of their games. They were 2-5 coming into this, which put them 10th spot, which is, you don't want to drop below that.
No,
because then you're out of the playoffs. Above that, and then you've got a better chance of at least, the higher up you finish, the better your chance of going through.
Yeah, I think even after all of this, all of the close games they've had, and they've even had a couple of upsets, you can be happy with that, especially as a young group. Like the development they're getting from playing high caliber teams and being able to compete with them, things are going to take away for a long time.
It is. So here's Perry over to Vano. He's hit 2 already. Kicks out to Corey Perry. The quick drive. And look at that finish there around Lasongiapi, who was trying to measure that and did a pretty good effort, getting very close. Nichols picked up the ball without a pass in mind. 3 on the shot clock here. Lasongiapi bails them out with a big 2. No good, shot clock violation.
Yeah, that was really well contested by Brody Perry there. Now they have a possession. Can they get to 19? That would be a pretty convincing lead and probably almost a certified win for the Bulls.
I think so, especially given the fouls are 6 for either team. So you know that if you get a clean line to the rim, there's not many people who are going to challenge you that aggressively.
Brody Perry tried to go up and under there. I feel like he may have had an easier shot just laying it up at the rim.
I think so here. McLennan, the step back 2 off the front of the rim. Good box out there from Nwafo. He finds Vano. Looked at the 2.
Vano faces a lot of contact. Comes off the on-ball screen. He's a really good guard at using pick and rolls. Brody Perry.
Big 2-point bucket there, 19-13. Lasongiapi tries to answer. It's tipped. And Lasongiapi gets it back. Shoots another 2. Just too strong. And I think this is off Tuatara Laval. Yeah, it's going to be white ball at the top.
So a chance to win it here for the Bulls and get their 3rd win. And Tavake would fall to 1-7, which is really not a favourable position to be in.
No, it's not. I mean, the good news for them is they'll be only 2 wins behind 10th place. Doable. Not easy, but it is doable.
Absolutely. And Brody Perry calls game. Those luscious locks are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he is going to get the walk-off winner. One of the coolest things about 3x3, the number of times you just get a great finish to the game where someone gets to ice it, walk off the court, and that is it. So excellent start here for session number 4 overall, second one of day number 2. We're going to step away for a minute as the Franklin Bulls win 21-13 over Tavake Pacifica. When we come back, it will be the unbeaten Tokomanawa Queens taking on the West Coast Rapids. All right, kia ora, welcome back to Sky Sports 4 3x3 Cup here in Invercargill. Sunny yesterday, not as sunny today, at least for most of the day, but we're inside. Beautiful weather in here. The unbeaten Tokomanawa Queens 4-0. They are taking on the West Coast Rapids at 1-3. James Lissaman and Maya Williamson. Will we see an upset here?
I mean, possibly. Like, Rapids have the shooting ability to do it. Nicole Gleeson and Kate Herman are hot shooters. Nicole Gleeson has hit 16 twos in this competition. Almost all of her points from beyond the arc. And Kate Herman, we know, can get hot as well. So it's definitely doable. However, Queens are on a hot streak right now. They have been playing incredibly well.
Yeah, they have. They've been looking to try and get some more shooting around the perimeter. Stella Beck there, the number 6 scorer in the competition. She's hit a couple, but they're really just shearing the ball around and using, you can see their height there as they're warming up. Just a little bit bigger than the team across the board. But yeah, Gleeson, 16 two-point buckets. They've only played 4 games. She has made an average of 4 two-point buckets a game. So if the Queens aren't ready, she's going to light them up from behind the arc.
And I'm hoping she does as well. This morning had a bit of a rough game against the Kahu.
Yes.
Both Kate Herman and Nicole Gleeson just could not get going from beyond the arc, which gave them one of their 3 losses.
Yeah, so just going through the rosters for the Queens, number 3, Jacinta Beckley, 7, Stella Beck, the number 6 scorer so far, number 11, Eva Langton, and number 24, Zoe Richards.
And as we mentioned, Kate Herman of number 10 for the Rapids, number 8, Maddie Timms, happy birthday for yesterday, Maddie, number 5, Nicole Gleeson, or we'll just refer to her as Gleeson, and then number 3, Alia Newton of Kaipoi High School, just a year 13 student, James, so quite a young competition we have this year.
It is, yeah, there's a number of teams which is sort of, especially the NBL and Tauihi franchises, which are looking at some of their youngsters to see how they perform in a high-pressure environment.
Absolutely. It's a really cool chance for development for these younger players, especially this kind of situation where they get to play some of the best in the country. There's 4 prominent Tauihi players who play a lot of minutes and have a lot of experience.
So here we go, check ball, West Coast Rapids in red, Tokomanawa Queens in their mint green there, and turnover off the bat there. And straight away, Stella Beck, she looks for a 2. Gleeson with the quick rebound for the Rapids. Here's Herman with the drive against Richards, just out of space there, just throwing something up and hoping it would get near the rim. No luck though.
Had really nowhere to go. Shows the importance of being able to play off 2 feet when you have a defender on your hip.
And battle for the rebound there. I think it is going to go to the Rapids. Gleeson up the top with the ball.
Wouldn't be surprised if Gleeson pulls one of these sometime today. After the check.
Beck was quite close there and did have her hand up. A good slip, though, instead from Herman.
Yeah, nice pick and roll action. Maddie Timms a little bit overzealous on trying to disallow the clearance there and gets the first foul of the game.
Yeah, so 9:26 to go here. Rapids up 1-0, upset in the making. Both teams will make it through the playoffs on the women's 3x3 side, but you want to finish top 6. Tokomana were almost guaranteed to be there. As Beck battles but can't drop the ball in.
Yeah, Kate Herman doing a really good job being physical. That's something that Kate Herman is not afraid to do. She is very strong and very aggressive and will take it to these Tauihi players, no issues.
Yeah, she did play for the mainland Pouakai as well, but yeah, very strong and not afraid of mixing it up when it's called for. Gleeson here, deep 2, just about got a wedgie there. Beck grabs the rebound.
And that's what Gleeson will do. You give her the tiniest bit of space, James, she's pulling it.
She is normally taller than most of the players that are guarding her. Not the case here against the Queens. All of them have height advantage over Gleeson. Here's Richards to the left, makes that bucket there against the young Newton.
Yeah, Richards has had a good tournament so far, was the 4th leading scorer in the league after day 1. Maddie Timms, lovely reversal pass there. And a turnover straight away for the Queens.
Yeah, Newton looking for 2 assists in a row to Timms. Can't get the second one to drop. But Rapids up 2-1 as they are battling defensively here. Beckley, strong drive, finish with the right hand there. And then Richards grabs the ball off the clearance. Langton, she just about got a wedgie on that side as well.
Yeah, and the Rapids had 2 there, but Queens managed to come up with the offensive rebound there. Just into Beckley from the logo. Zoe Richards, with no surprise, gets the offensive rebound and an easy one for Eva Langdon there.
Yeah, and the pass from Beckley was great there. The 2-hand, cross the body, rocket down, great catch and good finish inside. So we'll get the score fixed up as soon as we possibly can. It is Queens on 3, Rapids on 2 here. The time is also a bit different as well. It's actually officially 8:01, so we'll just try and get the scorebug working as quickly as we possibly can to match what we can see here in the stadium. So Rapids with the ball up the top. They've just cleared it now. Deep 2 here for Kate Herman. No good, and Richards picks up the rebound.
Not really her day, is it, today,
No,
James?
it hasn't been in the games that we've seen. Beck, the quick drive. Herman, great D there. Beck, somewhat surprised. I think it's out off the Queen, so it will be the Rapids ball. Maybe not. No, yet the shot clock has reset. Rapids ball at the top here.
Yeah, Herman just showing she is not afraid. She's a tenacious, strong defender, and she's willing to take it to Beck.
Yeah, she thought about the 2 there. Score still 3-2 with the Queens on top now. Gleeson open for 2. That looks pretty good, just off to the left. And she battles down and gets the rebound against Beck. The crossover, the drive here inside. And gets the M1 bucket as well.
See, Gleeson, good things happen when you do get in the paint.
She does. Well, she likes scoring in 2s, though, so technically still a chance to do that.
This is true.
Makes the shot from the TAB line. Score is 3-3 now, 7 minutes 23. Gleeson misses there. I thought she did manage to bait Beck. It is Beck to get inside the key. But
oh, Pakai, well done. But a miscommunication there for the Rapids.
Beckley just exploited that, going straight to the rim. Here's Herman. Ball stripped from her by Beck. The shot clock has reset. I mean, there's 2 ways here. Should the shot clock have reset? Maybe not, but because it did, then the Rapids were going to clear the ball because they knew they couldn't shoot. So I think it's either they should have had a chance to basically score a layup immediately. So referee Melanie O'Connell just checking what it should be. So it's going to be 5 seconds on the clock here.
Just moved down to 4 there.
Gleeson thought she was going to shoot there. Instead, well, they get a reset there, which shouldn't have happened.
So, yep, shot clock violation is the call. Queens will have possession now.
And the scorebug you can see is now correct. Well, it's correct, and it's what everyone inside the stadium can see as well. So Queens on 4, Rapids on 3. Queens in mint green, Rapids in red. 6:58 to play here in the game.
Jacinta recognising the mismatch. Seals tries to get the fadeaway mid-jumper to go and cannot connect.
It's a better effort here from the Rapids, though, in comparison to their loss against the Kahu. They are not backing down against the #1 team on the ranking ladder at the moment.
Definitely, and with an only 1-3 record, they're definitely wanting to get something going. And if they can make their second win of the tournament against the unbeaten team, that would be pretty nice for this Rapids team.
Maddie Timms gets the tip to Kate Herman. She can't finish there. Queens are the only team that does not have an entry in both columns, the win and the loss column. Every single other team here, men's and women's internationals, men's and women's, the 3x3, I guess, franchise competition is Herman drills the 2. Queens are the only one with a 0 in either column.
I wonder if they could go unbeaten the whole way, James.
It's pretty tough to do that, but, you know, they are a very good team, and the talent says that they have a chance to do that. Rapids, though, on top here, 5-4 at the moment.
Yeah, Kate Herman finally able to connect on a 2-point shot. Not that one, but the one earlier, so she'll be happy. And usually when she gets one, she starts to get her eye in, and then she can hit kind of a couple more, and hopefully Gleeson can get going as well for these Rapids side to give them a chance to cause an upset.
Well, if she makes her average of 4 2-point buckets, all of a sudden they'll be on 13 instead of just 5 here. Gives it to Herman. If she'd relocated quickly, Richards was on the ground. And tie ball here. Great defensive position by Beck. She forces the turnover.
Yeah, really high IQ player, Stella Beck.
And Jacinta Beckley up the top, just waiting to get the check ball from Gleeson. Kick out over to the younger Eva Langton. Stella Beck inside the high post. She's got to move pretty quickly. Spin around, finish with the left hand. Scoop shot there.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice finish. Uses her body really well to get to the rim, and then just aggressive defense from the Queen. Stella Beck tying it up and getting another turnover.
Well, we were talking earlier, there haven't been a whole lot of tie balls throughout this competition. Stella Beck, 2 possessions, 2 straight tie balls from the New Zealand 12-man.
She's doing a really good job at exposing how much they're not protecting the ball. And, yeah, obviously the great thing about the 3x3 rules, you get possession straight away, and it's worked really well for them.
Yeah, it is a really good, I think, rewarding the defense for putting in the effort to force the tie ball. Anyway, score low scoring here, 6-5. Queens on top. as the Rapids have not been able to find the range from 2. Here's Gleeson. That looks pretty good.
Commentator's curse.
Oh, we were saying that they have to. So she's hit 1 on her way to her average of 4 a game. Rapids up 7-6. Maddie Timms comes to get the ball. Beckley right there in front of her, though.
Yeah, and in 3x3, like Maddie Timms just did, you really can't afford to be holding the ball on the 2-point line for 2-3 seconds and waste that time, because all of a sudden you've got 10 down to 7 seconds, and that's harder to work with.
So that foul there goes against the Queens, only their second foul of the game. Nicole Gleeson up the top, check ball from Stella Beck. And she has a bit of space, launches the 2, just too strong. Timms rebound there. Beck's going to be whistled for the foul, and pretty fortunate there as Herman was coming wide open under the rim. So Rapids ball. Yeah, a bit of confusion there as to who the foul was called on. Rapids up the top with the ball, with the lead.
And this Queens defense, you know, these Rapids girls are trying to set up their offense on the 2 elbows, but the Queens really just pushing them really high and forcing them to play a really high offense, which is making it really hard for the Rapids.
Yeah, and I think the way Beck's just been able to get her hand on the ball on driving is Gleeson. 2 now she's hit.
And that was deep too. She was almost near the sideline.
Well, I'd say she's someone who can hit a shot from anywhere on the court, especially with halfway, you know, the halfway line in a regular court is not as close. Sorry, it's closer than the end line in this. Ball's out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Queens here. Down 3 though. 4:28 to play. And just wondering when they say, right, it's time to take a timeout and see if we can alter what we're doing. Beckley takes the 2, no good there.
Probably wanting to get the ball in the hands of Gleeson, who's got the hot hand right now. They've got 4 seconds to work with. Maddie Timms will try one of her own, and the bank is open late at night in Invercargill.
Yep, you're going to take those 2 points because maybe not planned, but you're going to take them anyway. 6-11 here. Beckley, the step through, makes the layup there. Herman has to fight around here to get the ball.
Yeah, really great finish for Beckley there. She's going into business mode, and so is Nicole Gleeson. Can't get that finish to go. Good contest. Going to stay with them. They'll have 3 seconds now on the clock.
Yeah, 7-11 the score. I feel like, just because I'm aware of those numbers, I feel like most of the games I call seem to have the scoreline get to 7-11 at some stage.
Yeah, I've heard the number 7-11 quite a lot, actually, now that you mention it. And, you know, not a huge deficit either, right? Like the Queens, all you need is 2 twos in a row and you're back in the game.
Yeah, they just haven't shown that they can shoot it that consistently. Like the Rapids started off like not very hot at all, but they're like, our game is we've got to take and make 2-point buckets. And then that's what's got them an 11-7 lead, 7-11.
Yeah, it's a bit of it's a hit and miss strategy to shoot a high quantity of 2s, because like we saw earlier this morning, really struggled from beyond the arc against the Kahu and had quite a big loss to them. However, it's obviously worked really well, and now they're beating the #1 team in the competition.
And Gleeson there, only 3 on the shot clock. Catch and shoot immediately off the check. Here's Langton the drive. Good defense. Oh, foul in the end. I think it's the left hand.
Yeah, and it's a little bit difficult because I feel like there has to be an even level of consistency with the amount of physicality that's allowed. Yeah. However, Gleeson needs to be aware. You know, you want to be disciplined in terms of fouling and maybe just try to be a little bit more vertical and disciplined with the hands there.
And there's the lineup again. They have no one in front of Beckley. She gets the rebound. So maybe it's on purpose.
Yeah, interesting lineup philosophy for sure. But interesting to ask the Rapids, you know, why it is that they decide to do that.
It's happened so many times now that I'm thinking it's not a mistake. It may be a strategy that I'm interested to find out why this is a strategy.
Yeah, totally. I'd be interested to see their philosophy. Smart foul there from Maddie Timms, disallowing an easy bucket for Zoe Richards, and it causes a missed bucket for Jacinta Beckley. Probably something we could be considered a bunny. And
Beck forces, just her effort there. Well, I thought is it a turnover?
Yeah.
Gleeson's on offense.
That's all she wants to play.
So Queens here, down by 4 points, still 7-11, 3:10 to play. Beck crosses up, drives to the baseline, reverse layup is good. 3 points the margin now. Gleeson, good hands to catch that. rips through and drives against Langton. The little floater, no good. She gets her own rebound. Is foul, put the shot up straight. No, it's going to be on the floor there.
And she's done a really good job. Obviously, she is probably one of the best shooters in this competition, and they're playing very much on her on the three-point line, doing a good job to be able to rip and get to the rim, you know, earning them a foul. And now only 2 fouls to give for the Queens as she knocks one down from beyond the arc. That is her third of this ball game.
So she is now 1 away from getting to her average. It didn't look like it was going to happen at the start of the game. I'm not so sure now, as the lead is 13-8 for the West Coast Rapids. Will this be the game which evens everyone up a little bit? Tokomanawa, the only unbeaten team in the entire competition with competitions, men's international, women's international, men's local and women's local as well.
Yeah, they've played absolutely phenomenally, and they are a very talented and experienced team. Would be cool for Rapids to get their second win and for that to be against the top team.
Herman in and out.
Glad wrap.
Tim's the effort there, but Beckley's going to chase this one down. Alia Dunn right in front of her to slow it down. Tim's now picks up the ball. Beckley just shakes everyone off and gets to the rim to score that one. 13-10 now. Here's Herman. Drive, the stop. Great footwork there. Can't make the bucket. 3 on the shot clock. I thought it did hit the rim. Dunn missed the bunny there, and Richards picks up the rebound. So is this going to be a chance for the Queens? Langton, 2, no good.
Yeah, could have been huge if she hit that one, capitalised on this. However, Beckley able to get one. They're only down 2 now. Rapids still with the lead. No Nicole Gleeson.
Oh, the pressure's starting to come through. Herman just got the ball away. Timms can't get it. Ball goes out of bounds, and Gleeson is coming back into the game, along with Stella Beck. Alia Newton to the bench, along with Eva Langton. So 2 points the margin here. Rapids 16 fouls. The Queens are on 4. It is anyone's game here at this point in time.
Yeah, we're looking at a very interesting finish for the rest of the night, James. Kind of Rapids have played really well, however, Queens so nuggety and so experienced, earning their way back into this game. Gleeson denies the opportunity for a 2-point shot, and Maddie Timms can't get one of her own.
Yeah, Beck a good finish there to cut the lead to 1 before. Finds Beckley open for 2 off the back of the rim. Stella Beck chases down the rebound off the ball stream from Richards. Gleeson picks her up. Good, strong defense. Beckley again open, no good. Again, Richards keeps the ball alive for the Queens. 1:13 to play here. Still down by 1. Beck ties the game up.
Yeah, I don't actually know if the Queens have hit a 2-point shot yet.
It doesn't feel like anything has gone in for them. There's a take foul there from Beckley. Gleeson has the ball up the top. 1:06 here, tie game. 15 foul for the Queens. Gleeson, some foot fakes, launches that one in front of the rim. Herman gets the ball. Battle from Richards. Gleeson comes back to get it. Fires it up into a lot of contact. Herman off the ground.
Oh my goodness me.
Tim's now with the ball. And we have a foul away from the ball, I think, on Zoe Richards.
Wow, that was a battle and a half, James. We had players everywhere, about 3 players on the ground, hitting the decks, running.
So that puts both teams in identical positions here. In the bonus, next foul will be 2 free throws. Gleeson, great pass to a slipping Tim. She makes the bucket there.
Yeah, great usage of that on-ball screen, and like the slip, like you said, recognises the open space and obviously exposes the lack of help that you have in 3x3.
Tim's here. Beck just, that is a hopeful drive there. Definitely would have been a foul in 5-on-5. Have a look at this pass there inside to Tim's, the great finish. So it's looking, Rapids have a chance here, use up a bit of clock, hopefully take and make a 2-point. Instead they look for the slip again. Tim's, great feed from Nicole Gleeson to Maddie Timms. Flatmates
Angela Street. And yeah, what an interesting back-to-back possessions. Gleeson hitting the same role 2 times in a row. Stella Beck does not want to let this one go, and neither does Deshinta Beckley.
Yeah, just a little bit lackadaisical with the clearance here, and this gives the Queens a chance here. They're down 1. Beckley no good. The tip out. Beck gets it over to Beckley. This is for the win here, and the Queens escape.
Oh my goodness, nail biter.
So that was released with about 1 second to go. Buzzer went off. Tokomanawa Queens stay unbeaten, 16-15. They waited until the last possible moment to make their first 2-point bucket of the game, and they definitely needed that. Anyway, after the break, we'll be back here. We have the Taranaki Ears taking on the Manawatu Jets. Ears 5-2, Jets also 5-2. Step away, we'll be back here very soon. Kia ora, welcome back to Sky Sports 4. James Lisserman along with Maya Williamson. ILT Stadium here in, I won't say sunny, but in Invercargill. We have the Steel former Taranaki Ears taking on the property broker Manawatu Jets. Two teams that we really like the way they play, both at identical 5-2 records here, Maya.
Yeah, both teams very well versed in terms of their 3x3 skill. We have Campbell Scott, Jackson Stent, Liam Judd and Simon Lafayette of the Jets, and of the Ears, Tane Lavery, Ben Carlisle Smith, Quinton Bailey, Matthew Bardsley. Both teams really great in their variety of size and strength and ability to play 3x3. I'm loving what I've seen from these guys so far.
Yeah, I have. I think the only real different, I guess, player in terms of the way the rosters are is probably Quinton Bailey, probably just a bit more strength than what the Jets have, as they have almost, the three here, almost interchangeable. You know, a bit of outside scoring, some muscle, some speed. Lafayette, Judd and Stent. And here is Judd, the foot faker banks. Bardsley gets it over to Lafayette. 6 on the shot clock. Stent turns into that, can't make the bucket though. And
Quick-paced game already here in this second session game. Benny Carlisle Smith has had a successful tournament so far, scoring 53 points. He's 5th in scoring for the men's competition.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because Jackson went to St Andrews, then went up to Westlake, and then came back to Middleton. I wonder if Ben Carlisle Smith, who's also from Middleton Grange, were him and Jackson on the same team? Would have been when Jackson was a bit older, well, when Carlisle Smith was younger.
I want to say Ben was about year 9, I think, because Jackson Stent had his year 13 year at Middleton. So I want to say that Ben was year 9. So may have played one year together. Yeah. They definitely would have crossed paths in Middleton, I believe, one way or another, being in the basketball community. It's a tight-knit community with the Gators. I do want to say they played a year together, but I can't be 100% sure about that.
Okay, well, anyway, we can find that out later on. This may be the only time they play each other in the competition. Quinton Bailey measures up the 2, can't make that one, but the Jets will have the ball at the top here, up 3-1. Lafayette and Bailey go to the bench.
Campbell Scott had him, sorry to cut you off, James. Campbell Scott had himself a game this morning as well with multiple 2-point shots. I think he might have had 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's been scoring really well. Despite that, though, Jackson Stent is the leading scorer in their team. He's the number 7 overall scorer in the competition. Ben Carlisle Smith, number 5 for the competition. The Ears are quite a balanced team, though, in terms, and actually both of these teams are. So I was somewhat surprised to see a player from each of them in the top 10.
Yeah, totally. And Jackson Stent has shot the ball really well, which is probably accredited to why he is in that number 7 spot. 17 twos across the 2 days.
So he's just left the court there to get a little bit of medical attention to stop some bleeding. I think Lafayette, the miss, the follow, the miss, the follow, and the ball bounces to Liam Judd, his teammate. So a chance to reset. Little hesitation. Lavery right there on defense, but Judd over the top of him.
Yeah, I mean, that's great defense. It's just even better offense in that case.
Carlisle Smith looked like he wasn't going to shoot that and then decided, actually, I'm halfway through the motion. I guess I have to here. Couldn't drop that one in. Jets up by 3, 4-1. Judd, good strong finish with the left against Levery.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of taking advantage of that mismatch. Obviously, Tana doing a good job to stay in front. But once he gets to the rim, he doesn't have much of a chance to contest, as Liam Judd has got a significant height advantage over him.
Yeah, he's a good player, shooting well from the outside and being able to get to the rim and finish when the situation dictates. Here's Campbell Scott, hard drive finishes with the right. And at the moment, Levery might be feeling, man, these guys are just driving against me. I'm contesting, making them really tough shots, but they're scoring over me. Scott lines up the 2, hits that one, 8-2 now.
Yeah, big start for the Jets here early. Taranaki struggling to score a little bit. They haven't really had many great looks in. However, as I say that, Benny Carlisle Smith gets one to go from downtown.
Yeah, Levery just attracted a lot of defensive attention. Dished it off to him, perfect spot. Lafayette, rebound, and he is fouled by his Lincoln University teammate, Tane Levery.
Yeah, I imagine they are quite good buddies. Actually had the trip to Taiwan earlier this year, those two, and I believe they've been to Japan together as well.
They
so
were on the same team over there.
Definitely
along with
besties.
Caleb Chamberlain playing for the Rams.
Good little trio there. Campbell Scott looks for another one.
Bardsley was up super high for that one. We have a foul, though, against Jackson Stent there as Carlisle Smith went to the ground.
I'd like to see Tana Levery get going. We've seen how crafty and shifty he can be. A really great 3x3 player.
Here he is. You called. Not able to hit that one, though, Maya.
Thought he might have done that for me. Dang.
Stent, foot fake, drives against Quinton Bailey. Good defense by the big man. He forces the miss, gets the rebound. I don't know if this has been cleared. It has definitely now. Carlisle Smith for 2. Just short. Stent with the strong rebound against Levery.
I can imagine the multitude of games really catching up to these guys. Being not a lot of legs in his shot. Definitely struggling physically, especially it being the second session of the day.
Yeah, no bucket there for Lafayette. Bailey long from the 2, and Carlisle Smith tried to tap it. Here's Lafayette, goes up and lays that one in. 9 for the score now. Jets on top. Carlisle Smith cuts it to 6-9. Campbell Scott with the clearance. Tried to get it back quickly to Lafayette.
Tane sells the bunny.
Stent no good, and Levery picks up the rebound instead.
I don't think Levery wanted Ben to have that highlight play.
And Scott there around Quinton Bailey's shoulder, chest, neck area. He is unperturbed about that whatsoever. Going to the TAB line here to shoot one. Chance to cut the lead from 3 down to 2. And I think he thought that was going to miss. And it went in, and because he sprinted there, gets a delay of game warning because he happened to get there. A bit of a wry smile there.
It's always hard to know when it hits the front of the rim. You don't know if it's going to come back out or just have a cheeky roll in.
Liam Jubb, what a drive there. Gets the bump from behind. He'll be going to the TAB line to shoot one as well. You can just see there a little bit of a clip there from Quinton Bailey. Well, let's see. So Taranaki, they're leaving. So they're not doing that on purpose because Lavery was saying, you've got to go to the other side, Bardsley.
I don't think he quite realised in time. However, but it didn't really matter. Bardsley now looking to go to work against Lafayette. Lovely footwork.
It was. Got himself space to finish with the left. Missed 2 there. Bardsley up high. Behind the back to Carlisle Smith. And he is fouled by Jackson Stent. Judd was going to be in a reasonable position here. Have a look at that, the fake. Judd actually, take your pick. It was definitely Stent who grabbed him a bit more overtly than Judd, though.
Yeah, teammates getting physical on the high post area.
Well, not teammates in this game, though.
No, not here today, which is quite unusual for them too, I imagine.
Bailey against Stent. Spins. Stent right there, though. Forces the missed hook shot. Judd with the rebound. 8-10 the score. Inside 5 to play here.
And it's physical, James, isn't it?
It is, but it's not like dirty physical.
No,
like,
definitely.
Like both teams are playing hard. I mean, about the closest one was around the shoulder neck area, but even that wasn't, no malice in that one.
Yeah, both teams really experienced 3x3 teams, so they kind of know how much physicality they can get away with and how much is required to be competitive in a game like this.
And the shot goes over the top, hits some of the basket supports behind, so dead ball there will be Taranaki Ears ball up the top. Lavery's going to get the check here from Scott. Surveys the situation, finds Bardsley, dances a little bit, past Stent, this long, slow step, but he is blocked.
That was a little bit too easy for Stent there, just, thank you.
Yeah, well, he's got the height advantage. 3 seconds on the shot clock here. Ears will need to do something quick here. Carlisle Smith, hand off to Lavery, the quick 2. And a little bit short on that one, but well aware of the time there. They got a pretty good look there, given the way the shot clock was when they hit the check. So 10-8, 4:24 to play. Campbell Scott dribbles to the left, hits Lafayette, low block here. Clears the ball out towards the pinch post area and just keeps on going. Bardsley, I think initially was okay, but held on. And then at the end, he says actually that was all ball. I think initially maybe, but then there was a lot of arm after that.
I feel like you could possibly make a case, however, there was quite a fair bit of contact there. And I think Simon has earned a rightful trip to the TAB.
And shot is good, rolls in. Jets 11-8 here, 4 fouls to 5. Carlisle Smith tries to cut the lead down to 2 off the front of the rim. Judd watches the ball go out of bounds. So they get the full shot clock and the ability to sub as well. Jackson, Stent, Tane, Lavery coming onto the court for their respective teams.
Nice little clear screen there for Scott to get open, but Liam Judd is the one who takes it. Contests the rebound incredibly well.
Stent was measuring up that one, just a little bit too long, no good. Here's Judd, fakes multiple times and gets denied anyway. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It is going to stay with the Jets here. 11-8, both teams struggling to score a little bit now. Lavery on defense here, 7 seconds against Scott. The quick drive, Judd. Balance, missed shot, gets blocked by BCS. Back to Judd, and he puts that in there, so 12-8. Ears with the chance to get the ball at the top, taking a timeout instead just to talk a little bit.
Yeah, the scoring has definitely slowed down a lot. It was a really hot start for both the teams, but obviously as you get into these games, you start to adjust a little bit more to what the other team is doing. You start to read things a little bit more, notice the actions they're running, and both teams have kind of slowed each other down just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a solid defensive effort, strong and physical, and that's why the fouls are probably about average for a game here, 5 to 4. But yeah, it does feel like it's the Jets that are, they've got a 4-point lead. They've done a little bit better, I thought, defensively against Bailey. I thought he was the one that was going to cause them issues inside, but so far they've been the team which has done pretty well defensively.
Absolutely. They're probably one of the best teams here with the ability to match him, especially across the board. They've got 3 guys that can possibly match up against Bailey and kind of bring him some athleticism and physicality. In saying that, though, Liam Judd gives away a free foul. Quentin Bailey will go to the TAB.
Well, is that what you want to see more from Lavery there? Just the forcing the defense to do something. Like, he is so quick and shifty with the ball there. Just drew them to him, found Bailey on the roll.
And he draws a lot of attention, right, because he is such a great scoring threat himself, and then he has the ability to see the floor like he does and find his big men off a pick and roll. I mean, that's why he was the number 2 ranked player coming into this competition.
Here's Lafayette, finds Judd, ball gets knocked out of bounds. There's only going to be 1 second, except it's a turnover, so there will be 12 seconds on the shot clock. Bardsley comes in for Lavery.
Yep, the Ears definitely want to get something going here. Crack away at this lead a little bit more. A 2-point shot here could get them within 2.
Here's Bailey, faces up, just loses the ball, looking for a foul. I think you're in the wrong version of basketball if you want to foul on that drive.
Yeah, I think that's just pure physicality there from Simon Lafayette. However, I like the fact that Quentin Bailey is just trying to turn and go. I think you know, Ears could do with a little bit more of that. He's been pretty quiet for them offensively today.
It's a good pass. Double pass to Judd.
Give me that leaping Liam Judd.
Well, I like the pass from Scott initially to Lafayette, and he did one better there, finding the cutting Judd with the hammer down, the flowing mullet, or maybe the tidy mullet.
Luscious locks either way.
Yeah. And he has one highlight, not a highlight there. It bounces over to Carlisle Smith. Can't make the two. Bardsley chases down the loose ball. Little Hezzy, he's at the rim and just keeps Judd on his hip there. 10-14 now.
Yeah, I really like Bardsley's ability to just finish off two at the rim. He's really balanced in his footwork and able to get off shots against bigger contests.
Yeah, Scott there, very happy with himself, finishing that tough bucket inside to give the Jets a 5-point lead. Him and Bardsley having a little conversation there about the two plays that they've made. Bailey here, the high post against Lafayette, hands off to Bardsley. Foot fake, the drive, he gets Scott to jump, he spins, scores that inside. 11-15, deficit is 4 now. Scott, we're going to have a foul there as Bardsley just trying to shake off, get around and get the steal there. 6th, the team foul for the Ears. You saw there Stent just on the ground having a mini rest, I think.
Yeah, these guys must be pretty tired. It's a big 2 days, but unfortunately, 2 more big days coming for these guys.
Hey, you wouldn't come if you didn't enjoy playing basketball and putting your body through this. Is Scott, big time 2-point bucket. 17-11 now. BCS, can he answer? You betcha.
Great answer, however. Jets inching closer to that 21-point line. Can they do it?
Simon Lafayette steps. I thought he picked up the ball. He didn't. He kept his dribble live, and the nice little hook shot over the top there.
He kind of didn't even look at the rim. I think he realized the limited time he had, and then just kind of chucked it up, which worked well for him. Quinton Bailey defended well today,
yeah, well,
James.
I think he's got more of an opportunity there to say, I think I was fouled on that one. They do have the ball back, I think. Yep, it is Taranaki ball here. Down by 5, though. 71 seconds to play. BCS turns the corner. Lafayette wraps him up. Their 6th foul. And he points to the ground. No, it's going to be a shooting foul here. If we have the replay of that, we'll just have a quick look to see if he was going up. No, we're not going to have time, sorry. So BCS here at the free throw line.
And both teams now with 6 fouls, James. So 2 shots awarded every time there is a foul.
This will be Jets ball up the top. 5-point lead. 66 seconds to go. They should be feeling pretty safe right now. But as we saw, previous game, Queens versus Rapids, you can feel pretty safe and you are not safe.
No, 100%. Never be too comfortable. Don't get complacent. But Jackson Stent wants to call game. He is owning it here in the Deep South.
So, and 2, baby. Makes the bucket. 7th team foul. He's at the free throw line. He has a chance to ice the game here with a 3-point play inside the arc.
Can he do it, James?
I think he's probably had enough of playing this game, so I think he's going to do his absolute best. First one rattles around and drops in.
1 step closer.
And this free throw here to ice the game from the TAB stripe. Jackson Stent. No, he wants to keep on playing, I guess.
Ice not in his veins. Matthew Bardsley recognises that they need more points, but there's a great job of anticipation there to take that one away. Can Simon call game?
He gives it over to Stent behind the back. Bardsley yanks it from him. He turns around, faces up just too strong. Ball's out of bounds. 39 seconds remaining here. And I think this one could go in the bank now.
Oh, yeah. I'd say they're safe. You know, it's never over till it's over, but if Campbell Scott has anything to do with it, they're going to keep playing.
And not able to finish Judd with the rebound here. He goes up, and that one is game there. So Ears drop another game after knocking off the Giants in the game for 2, first place overall at that point in time. Jets playing very well now. They move up to 6-2. Great finish there by Liam Judd to close out the game, 21 points to 13. We'll step away for 1 minute. When we come back, we have the Nuggets 1-6. They're facing off against the Auckland Tuatara, who now have 4 players after their fourth replacement player arrived early this morning. So stick with us here on Sky Sport 4. We will be back in 1 minute's time.
And 6, Michael Rusk. Mitchell Hewitt. And the Tuatara. And 4, Josh Ledger. 6, Ruben Fitzgerald. 15, Will Ledger. And 55, Tane White.
Yep. Mini break and then we're on again.
And I imagine there's going to be no interviews, right? So an actual break at least.
Except we're on that.
It's like you should have a yawn button and a cough button.
Right, kia ora, welcome back to Sky Sports 4 3x3 Cup here from Invercargill's ILT Stadium. We have, I was going to say the Denver Nuggets, we have the Otago Nuggets at 1-6 taking on the Auckland Tuatara at 4-3. James Lisserman here with Maya Williamson as we see, can the Nuggets make a run for the playoffs and can the Tuatara keep their standings here as they're looking pretty safe at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, Nuggets still a very talented team. Mitch Hewen has been shooting really well, 15-2s across the tournament. However, I think the most obviously blaring thing is the height advantage that Tuatara bring right now, with both Will and Josh Ledger are towering over these guys.
So we'll run through the players when they're on for the Tuatara. Here's Ruben Fitzgerald, passes it to Josh Ledger, back to Ruben Fitzgerald, and then Tane Watty on the baseline as well. Ruben Fitzgerald makes the 2 to open the scoring for the Tuatara.
And he's just been phenomenal. He has 61 points. He's the third leading scorer and 19 twos across the 3 sessions.
So Caleb Smiler answers for the Nuggets. Quick answer back from Watty. Here's Mitch Hewen. Good pass there. He's been scoring very well as well. And Darcy Knox, the left-hand scoop, no good. Ledger picks up the rebound there. Substitutions on both teams. We have an offensive foul coming into the game. We have a number 6, Mike Rusk for the Nuggets, and then Will Ledger, he's on the substitution seat for the Tuatara, not into the game just yet. Says Rusk off the handoff, swings it back to Knox, the quick foot fake, around, draws a second defender, back to Rusk, the sidestep 2, in and out, and Watty picks up the rebound.
Yeah, ball to Ruben Fitzgerald, who feeds it down low to Josh Ledger. You can't afford to help off Ruben Fitzgerald because he will cook you for breakfast. No good on that one, though, and they do come away with the rebound.
I feel like he likes a cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think time makes any difference. If you leave it open, he's going to make more than he's going to miss.
He never stops cooking, Ruben Fitzgerald. Darcy Knox can't get that one to go.
And there, a good drive from Watty. Takes a little hit on the head from Knox. Daps him up and says, yeah, I did foul you there. So Watty to the line. Will Ledger comes into the game for the bigger Josh, or the older Josh Ledger. I need to actually check who is bigger out of the two.
Do want to say that Josh Ledger is bigger.
You go, Knox finds Rusk behind the 2-point line, just off to the left. Will Ledger with the rebound out to Fitzgerald. The rocker step along the baseline and over the baseline. Rusk, good strong defense there to force the turnover.
Yeah, that's a defender you'll never beat. James, the baseline.
No, if you can force them out, use the sideline or baseline as another defender. Smart play there. You need the strength to be able to do that, and Rusk shows that he has that.
Nuggets still searching for their first 2-point shot. Only one on the board now. Ruben, a rare air ball from him.
Well, I think he got Rusk to move and then thought, right, I'm open, I'm going to shoot this. Rusk, a really good job to get back and challenge the shot there. As Fitzgerald picks off the pass inside to Josh Ledger, makes an attempt to score the bucket, gets the foul, and he will have a chance to score one from the TAB line instead.
And what we've seen from a lot of undersized teams that have come against kind of these big guys like Josh Ledger, Casey Noafor, Simon Lafaele even, is that they just foul them.
Yes.
Like before they even have an attempt to put a shot up. And then that's kind of the only way that you can afford to defend these big guys, is just be really overly aggressive with them and not allow an easy one. And again, like, it works well in their favour as Josh Ledger misses that free throw.
Yeah, they were lucky there. The only other thing you do if they're backing down is deep two there for Darcy Knox. Nuggets drop the deficit down to 1 point. 4-3, good steal from Knox. Smiler thought about throwing it down, hands it off and finds Josh Ledger instead of Mitch Hewen.
Yeah, he smiled after that one, probably realised could have gone up with that one. I think someone opened some doors in here, but a wind on that shot from Josh Ledger, can't connect with anything.
I think you might be right there. Anyway, 4-3 the score. Tuatara still on top here. They're in blue, Nuggets in yellow. Rusk over to Hewen. Shakes and bakes a little bit and turns it over as he attracted two defenders. Waddy thought about it.
Yeah, kind of hesitated a little bit before he shot that one.
No hesitation from Knox. Off the front of the rim, though, Fitzgerald with the rebound. Ledger looks like he is wanting the ball to be swung. Here it is. Spins baseline against Russ. The kick out to Waddy for two. No hesitation that time and drills that one. 6-3 the score now. Knox over to Hewen. No hesitation from their shooter as well. And Ledger up high, grabs that rebound easily. Waddy, the little hezzy, rocks the 360 spin. Nice left-hand finish there from number 55.
Yeah, really good finish. What a great privilege to be able to insert an injury replacement like Tane Waddy.
Yeah, I still think, as we see Hewen, a good finish there. Probably the best replacement player that I've seen. Like, this one happened in the competition. West Coast Rapids, before the competition, managed to get Jerome Rokawa after they lost Hugo Gonzalez. He's probably been the best late pickup for any of the teams.
100%. He is the leading scorer now for the men's competition, so pretty good pickup for the the West Coast team there.
Here we go, Knox, the fake. Ledger so big, though, able to get back and re-challenge the shot. And now he has a chance to shoot two. Off the front of the rim, Ledger one-hands there, and Rusk looked like he was about to hold on for dear life and get lifted off the ground.
I mean, what else can you do, right? Like, he is severely undersized in comparison to Ledger and does kind of the only thing he can do, overly aggressive, and then just foul to ensure there's no bucket on that one. Keeping them within three.
Smiler, great read of the play there. Finds Knox coming to the bucket. 5-7 the score now. Fitzgerald the spin. The basket will not count with a travel called. And Fitzgerald wants to have an explanation. Even shows the pirouette. This is what I think I did.
Yeah, he thought he put him through a spin cycle.
Melanie
Tony thought it was
O'Connell, can you overrule and just count that as a point for me, please?
Please, please.
Not going to happen.
We still appreciate the spin cycle, Ruben. Unfortunately, it was a travel.
Ledger lines up that one, makes that. Tuatara up 9-5 now. Rusk, and he is grabbed, and Ledger makes sure he doesn't hurt himself. And Ledger saying, was the ball actually going upwards? And it's very easy to tell what he is thinking based on his expressions.
He's an expressive guy. Let's just say that.
Basket is good for Rusk from the TAB line. 6-9 the score now. Watty into Ledger at the high post. Spins, goes to the rim. Foul is on the ground though, but you're going to have to be a bit aware of those shortly as Nuggets, that's basically their modus operandi when the ball goes to them in the paint, is just to foul them. And
yeah, and it's a bit of an Achilles heel because it is a good way to defend. However, too many of those, then you're sending them to the line for two shots, so then you kind of have to start just giving them the 1 point and then hoping you can get something going on the offensive end as Josh Ledger connects.
Yeah, well, I was just going to think he should be going to the rim, force him to foul them again, but if you're going to make 2 point buckets, good choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Big lead now at 5.
Here's Tame Waddy. Nice crossover. He draws the foul there. I half expected Ruben Fitzgerald to say, why don't you call the travel on that? That was the same as my move, but it's his teammate, so...
Can't really be saying stuff like that about your teammates, even
so
if you are thinking it.
I got the foul for you because I was questioning the travel when I got whistled for that same move. So you owe me these points.
See him over there, probably questioning Melanie O'Connor. Sometimes there are just calls that you just can't get over.
Smiler clears the ball out to Hewen, faces up, flare screen there for Smiler. He quickly shoots the 2 just off to the left. Knox had a chance to get it as Fitzgerald comes and says hello to us and re-straightens our table as well.
Well, I had a very nice close view of Ruben there.
Love the manners there.
Yep, never met him in my life, but I feel like I know him quite well after that.
Yeah, nice face-to-face meeting there.
Nice to meet you, Ruben.
Knox, what a finish there. Flips it up over his shoulder, drops it in. Ledger finds Fitzgerald. He goes for a 360. It's on the ground, though. But that is the 6th foul for the Nuggets, so it's not going to matter the next one. They're going to be shooting regardless.
Yep, Ruben is all over it at the moment. You see Josh Ledger there trying to get a seal on Darcy Knox. Darcy will do his best, but Will Ledger, cutting off ball.
Yeah, Josh, the nice shovel pass, underhanded to a cutting Will, and nice left-hand finish from him. Rusk, I think the Nuggets have now decided, if they hadn't already, we have to shoot and we have to make 2s if we're going to have any chance to get back into this game.
Yeah, they've definitely struggled to score. Mike Rusk, typically quite a good 2-point shooter, however, not had a lot of luck today in this game as Tuatara are easing scoring. It's not a struggle for them.
So no good on that shot from Murray. Smiler fakes the 2, gets the bump from Fitzgerald. That basket will not count. Only the 3rd team foul for the Tuatara.
Yeah, they've just played really disciplined and clean defense here. Still a great level of physicality, but not too much, as to the point where they're accumulating quite a lot of fouls.
Here's Hewen, kicks it over to Rusk. Tries to spin back the other way. There are 2 Tuatara. They get whistled for the foul with only 2 on the shot clock. If you want to head over to Sky Sport 5 in about probably 2 minutes' time, you'll get to see the second game between the Australian Gangaroos, and they're taking on the New Zealand Tall Ferns. Gangaroos won the matchup tonight, so the series is currently at 2-1 as Darcy Knox hits a 2 there.
So brings it back within 4. You know, it's doable.
It does. I just feel like the foul situation makes it really hard for the Tuatara to let the Nuggets back into it. Fitzgerald scores there. 14-9 the score now. Smiler finds Rusk, takes the 2 there, in and out, but Smiler picks up the rebound, shoots the 2 against Ledger, short arms that one, Knox with the rebound. He dribbles out, takes the 2. So all 3 Nuggets players had a chance to shoot a 2, and they went 0 of 3 on that singular possession.
Well, it's always gutting when that happens, right? Like, you think you've created, and as I say that, Darcy Knox gets to the line, but you think you've created so many opportunities for yourself and then you just can't connect. It's so gutting because there's really not much else you could have done. However, Darcy does a good job to get himself to the charity stripe.
Yeah, so team foul number 5 for the Tuatara. I guess they'll be feeling good, but the game is nowhere near over at this point in time.
When if the Nuggets are getting, 3 consecutive open looks from beyond the arc, it could be dangerous if they start to connect on those.
Exactly. Ledger kind of just passed the ball to Hewen there. He is wide open for 2, just off to the right there. Ledger picks up the rebound.
Yeah, so he had a hot day of shooting yesterday. Hasn't quite been able to connect at the same clip today. However, shooters got to shoot.
Yeah, you do have to. Nice pass outside. Almost a nice pass, I should say. Knox just not quite able to grab that. Before that, we had a really good finish from Josh Ledger inside. 15-9 the score here. Tuatara by 6 points. Just over 3 minutes to play here. Will Ledger, the spin, scoop with the left, no good. And manages to get 4 seconds taken off the shot clock, just guarding Knox here. Hewen open for 2, no good. Will Ledger with the rebound.
Yeah, defended well on the 2-point line. Unfortunately for Mitch, the ball just goes out there. However, did a good job to disrupt the offense, and I believe the shot clock will stay at 7, so it does a good job to disrupt and force them to play with 7 seconds.
Yeah, I saw Tony Smith-Humwick on the baseline. Referee there signaling it is going to stay on 7. What a pass there. Josh Ledger to a cutting Fitzgerald. He's had a couple of nice passes from the post on this side of the floor. Rusk, 2-point in and out. Tane with the rebound there, Tane Waddy. Ruben Fitzgerald just goes and gets the ball, takes the 2 against a well-placed hand there. It doesn't matter, though. He
That's
likes
phenomenal.
to cook.
He does like to cook. He is cooking for dinner.
And ball bounces off Fitzgerald. It will stay with Smiler here, I think. 18-9 the score, though.
It hasn't really felt like that as such, though. I feel like Nuggets have done a good job to kind of stick around, be quite nuggety, but obviously just lackluster in the scoring department. As we can see, just another missed 2-point shot.
Yeah, and that's been the key difference. I don't think they've made more than 1 2-point basket here, while the Tuatara, they've made a couple. Ledger's made 1. Fitzgerald's made 1. Knox shoots from the corner here. Straight to Josh Ledger, though. 19-9 the score here. He looks to turn the corner, just skips through the lane and lays it up with the left. They're all but 1 point now. Knox, another chance for 2. Makes that one. Double figures for the Nuggets now.
And it'll be interesting the strategy they pick here, because obviously in a close situation in the playoffs, it can go to points scored.
Yep.
So it isn't always a bad strategy, really, to attempt a 2 here, just to kind of accumulate your points scored.
I think you should if you're the Tuatara. Like the Nuggets are 9 points behind you with only 1:30 to play. So I think you've got a number of chances. Instead, Ledger, he says, nah, we're just going to ice it. I don't care really much.
Thank you.
I would rather have a little bit of a break after knowing how hard yesterday was with us. It's a great win there for the Auckland Tuatara. They win 21-11. We're going to step away here as we see the final game-winning bucket there for the young Will Ledger. They win 21 points to 11. We're going to step away when the broadcast comes back in 1 minute time. It'll be Nick Bewley along with Judd Flavel, and they'll be taking you through the Rapids taking on the Southern Hoiho.
Stands ready to go on court for 1 minute 20 minutes. 3x3 cup. Gets it done. We've got the Rapids taking on the Hoiho. For the Rapids in 3, 11, 5, Cole Gleason, 8, Eddie Timms, and 10, Nick Herman. The Hoiho in 5, Brendan O'Connell, 7, Tyler Mitchell, 10, Natalie Ivanay, and 18, Lisa Carr.
Welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland in Invercargill. Nick Bewley taking over from James Lisserman and Maya Williamson. Judd Flavel joining me here in commentary. Court 1, Sky Sport 4. Women's action coming up between the West Coast Rapids. A rapid turnaround for them against the Southern Hoiho. Just chatting to Maya off air there, Judd. We kind of caught it out of the corner of our eyes. Heartbreak for the Rapids, beaten at the death by the Queens.
That's the word, isn't it? Heartbreak. Just had that win. They just needed to secure one of those rebounds, and they would have walked away with the biggest upset of the tournament.
Would have been a huge scalp, but the Queens roll on. They're up with 5 wins from 5. Jacinta Beckley with the dagger in the corner. As the Hoiho look to get to work, they're running with O'Connell, Mitchell and Carline. For the Rapids, Timms, Gleason and Herman. Iverme and Newton on the bench for the respective teams. But again, that's just the nature of 3x3, isn't it? You've got a team that have a losing record at the moment, pushing the unbeaten team, the hot favourites, all the way.
Yeah, you know, I said it before about just finding their feet and finding their identity, finding their cohesion together, and the more, I guess, games that they're getting under their belt, we're starting to see them, you know, figure things out and really solidify a lot of that stuff.
No score early doors as O'Connell may get the roll here. No, she won't. And back now with the Rapids. Here is Gleeson, led the scoring for the competition on day one. And now Herman a clean lane, and the Rapids are off and racing.
Yeah, Gleeson can get going. We called one of her games earlier. Just from the car park, flamethrower. Tyler Mitchell, another one that can get going from the outside. Seen her do that many a time with the Hoiho in the Tauihi League. The Hoiho doing very well this season.
So quite similar in a way, the way that the Rapids and the Hoiho roll with those perimeter shooting threats. Gleeson, Mitchell, as you touched on. Herman, again, another two-point shooter. Maddie Timms bombs away there. Birthday yesterday. And do have that height advantage through Timms, the Rapids, although Caroline does have that length as well. And didn't clear there. And it's with the Hoiho now. And O'Connell. Mitchell, there is that long two.
Yep.
Flush.
Maddie Timms trying to answer back, gets the rebound. They're going with the travel.
Wraps it up. Well done there by O'Connell. And Caitlin O'Connell here for the Hoiho. Jen O'Connell for the Southland Storm, no relation. Both spent time with the Hoiho and Tauihi this year, 2023. As did Natalie Iverme and Tyler Mitchell. So players that know each other well as Iverme tips it back to O'Connell.
Yeah, this is a team, and as we said earlier, just about finding their chemistry and stuff. This is a Hoiho team, I think, that probably have that already established with their season that they've just come off with the Tauihi League.
A fair bit of familiarity too on that Rapid side. A lot of these players, in fact, all four play a club game in Canterbury. Spent time with the Pouakai, Timms and Herman. Young talent, Aaliyah Newton, and then Nicole Gleeson, well known around the Christchurch basketball scene. So, and by this point you feel too, Judd, they know their styles. We're about midway or over halfway through the pool stages. Players who know their strengths. That's a strong drive. I believe that'll count.
Great
yes, it will.
Yep.
Elise Carline, 17-year-old out of Queen's High School, heading to the TAB to add one, and does just that.
Great job. This is my first look at the Hoiho and Caroline as well. So, yeah, first impressions, you know, really looking the part.
Tyler Mitchell apologises there after flushing that too. And the Hoiho out to an 8-3 advantage. Timms with the long rebound. Herman. Good contest there, Caroline. Herman stays with it, loops it up. Don't get it to go. Gleeson wide open if they can get it to her. Off the foot of Maddie Timms. And it'll be
set here, and let's see what they've got.
There's O'Connell fighting past Timms. And Caitlin O'Connell again hits the deck. But will get an opportunity to add to the Hoiho account. Shooting one from the TAB.
She got smashed.
There will be bumps and bruises of plenty in Invercargill Airport Sunday morning. As O'Connell hits from the free throw stripe. Herman with it. 1 second. Yeah. Nice trap there by the Hoiho using the corner.
And the Rapids, you know, how much of a factor was that that previous game, and is it starting to take a little bit of a toll right now? And as we get to the, you know, every team's getting towards their second game of the evening. These are little factors that could play a part in the outcome. Iverme with the long-range bomb, had to shoot that one, no time on the clock, so falls short and a check ball at the top.
Will Gleeson go for it here? Yep.
Of course.
So if you're the Hoiho, are you happy to live with that from the logo, even knowing her threat?
Look,
depends on the game.
No, I think you still got to get up there. Like, she's capable of hitting it from that deep, from that range. So no, if I'm the Hoiho, I want her bouncing inside the arc.
Oh, over the shoulder there, pass by Gleeson. Nice assist.
Good finish,
Maddie Timms.
Yep. Maddie Timms, daughter of former Tall Black Graham Timms back in the day, Canterbury Rams championship winner and legend of the game. I'm showing my age here now, but I'm guessing you probably don't know.
No,
who
shout
that
out.
is. Yep.
No, I'm happy to be educated. People have gone before. There is a fair bit of that, isn't it? The basketball pedigree, of course, the Flavels, Bouchers, the name is carrying on through to the next generation. Good hand there by Gleeson, just evades it.
Yep. O'Connell there just did a great job, just boxing her out, didn't allow her the free path towards the basketball. Couldn't quite save it in time.
Just a quick look at the ladder. So the Hoiho are
nice give and go. Sorry.
sixth there. Now you're good. Tyler Mitchell with the finish. So they're in sixth. 2-3 record. Shot there by Gleeson. And the Rapids eighth, 1-4. So it's a big time game. Rapids win. And all of a sudden Hoiho 2-4. And Rapids 2-4. So it'll come back to points scored. So crucial contest for those higher seedings. Timms
looking good.
That was a nice move. Hoiho up by 4 in this one as Mitchell fires away. After today's day session, actually Tyler Mitchell leading the scoring
right there
for the competition. So she really got it going in that third session.
And it doesn't surprise me, you know, she really can shoot the basketball, and obviously the twos are where the game is at with the 3x3, so I'm sure she's made, you know, a large amount of her points have come from behind the arc.
Speaking of behind the arc, that's where Nicole Gleeson lives, and just can't connect on that occasion. Interesting situation with the team fouls, Judd. 5 fouls on the Rapids. Something to be mindful of as we tick over halfway.
Yeah, Hoiho in a good commanding position now, just with that foul count. They can utilise that just to kind of, you know, be really stingy and give up nothing at the basket.
And that'll stay with, back to the Rapids. As Mitchell takes a seat, O'Connell back in. International action to come after this contest. Game 4 between the Tall Blacks 3x3 team and the Australian Kangaroos as Herman launches from the GJ Gardner logo. Challenge accepted for Kate Herman. Game 4 was mentioning between the New Zealand men and Australian men. New Zealand 2-1 up in the series. That is after this here on Sky Sport 4.
And the Rapids get the ball back. Nice little roll there from Kate Herman. Seen a lot of Kate Herman attacking the basket, known to be able to launch from the outside as well. Going ahead and taking advantage of beating her defender.
I really like her mindset, you know, just keeps putting it up, and that's what you have to do in 3x3.
Oh, yeah.
Air ball 5 seconds earlier, then make, you can't dwell, just moves on.
No, that's right, and I think the players, is the more that we start to get into this tournament, we'll start to see more of this, you know, from teams.
And we'll have a redo here. I think everyone acknowledged that was a bit of a mess.
Coach Brent Matahari in the crowd, not happy with that one, with the check ball.
Here is Mitchell. O'Connell wide open. Look good offhand, just a little too much sauce. And the Rapids are just nudged back to within 1. It was 10-5 not too long ago.
That's right, yeah. The Hoiho gone a little cold in the last few minutes.
Here is Gleeson with Mitchell in front, the two sharpshooters from deep. Herman will fire away. Not far away, but Tim's tidies, puts it up, doesn't get the roll, but Herman stays with it. Oh, Tim's gets in her way. Oh, unfortunate then as Mitchell tackles Herman to the ground.
Some heavy contact there. I've been impressed with Maddie Timms. It's just her relentlessness on the boards, you know, chasing it down from the outside. You know, she's been a real factor there.
So fresh set for the Rapids. They don't need the full 12 though with Gleason up top.
Timms again. Coming down with that loose ball, with that offensive rebound. Can they get it?
Oh, rear drive from Nicole Gleason and eventually puts it up and adds one.
Is that her first one? I don't know.
It'll be close. But O'Connell immediately responds with the two.
Look at Maddie Timms.
Maddie Timms on the deck.
Maddie Timms had no business getting that ball, but somehow managed to get away, work her way around, put enough pressure. Whose ball is this one now?
I know. Jump ball goes to the defensive side, but
who was the defense then? The Hoiho. Okay, so they hadn't cleared the ball yet. Is that how they officiate that?
I'll go with that. It's Carline back in. Mitchell launches. Just off to the left. There's Timms again. Going to be up towards 10 rebounds in this game.
At least.
Timms. 12 all, 2:20 to play.
Good wall-up defense there from the undersized Kate Herman. Just with the stone wall.
And here is Aaliyah Newton. Just can't get that loop up and in to go.
Yep. Just a little short on that finish.
Tyler Mitchell now from a similar spot, similar result. She'll keep firing away as Herman will as well.
Yep, she's going to keep going, as you said. You know, not second guessing whether or not she's going to shoot it or not. If she's got daylight, she's going to let it fly.
Over on Sky Sport 5, as we take a look down to court 2 out of the corner of our eyes, you can flick over now and catch the end of Game 4, New Zealand women, Australia women.
Oh, nice.
New Zealand up by 3.
Nice finish there from O'Connell.
Hoiho up by 1. Grandstand finish here on court 1. Newton with the left. Just too much on that occasion. Now with Mitchell, stops, props, puts it up and gets the roll. Hoiho up by 2. And it'll stay with the Rapids as Timms comes back in for Newton. Iverme in for Carline.
Big possession, this one. Rapids down by 2. Nice slip to the basket. Oh, good catch and finish too.
Good execution, but then didn't cover the corner. Gleason and O'Connell makes the Rapids pay. Gleason fires away.
O'Connell has been big down the stretch here. Scored the last 3 points.
Oh, strong finish there. Tyler Mitchell, breathing space for the Hoiho, up by 4. Rapids need points and in a hurry. Herman from the car park. Timms tries to keep it in. The Rapids chasing. And Herman subs herself out for Newton.
Yep, down by 4, but really still in this ball game if they get a stop and a quick score.
There's O'Connell once more, influential in this one. Give from Mitchell. Iverme just a bit too much. 45 seconds to go. The Rapids need buckets in a hurry. Mitchell try to get Hoiho to 19 and does just that. That might ice it. And then the turnover as the Rapids look to clear. And Hoiho now with the ascendancy. Been pretty comfortable most of the way through. The Rapids have hung tough.
Although they're going to win, they're going to get the win here. They still.
This might be good. Oh. Mitchell, how about it? What a way to close.
There you go.
Tyler Mitchell.
She gets some arc on that shot as well. Great win for the Hoiho. Impressive, pulled away in that later stage of that game. Their threat from the outside is real with O'Connell and Mitchell launching away. And then they got some size as well where they can secure rebounds and be a presence underneath the basket.
So the Hoiho move to 3-3 with 3 games remaining for them. We'll take a short break here on Sky Sport. Coming up next, Game 4, Internationals, the men's series between New Zealand and Australia. New Zealand up 2-1. On the other side, Game 4 between the Tall Blacks and the Kangaroos. I've missed a game, eh? Oh, my bad. Got around these Jets.
It's been a tight series, and now we've got the second of our international
New Zealand.
fixtures this evening.
Oh, they're over there.
Invercargill. It is the Australian Kangaroos against the 3x3 Tall Blacks. Let's bring out Australia.
I've just changed the input here. So every time I speak on people, let alone when it's exciting, it's just intense, you know?
And your 3x3 Tall Blacks in 3, Chris McIntosh. In 25, Dom Calvin Poto. 31, Taki Farrington. And 43, Nico Pakai.
Welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland, Invercargill. Good time to be indoors, let me tell you. The weather's packing in here in the deep south. Things about to heat up. Game 4 of this 8-game Trans-Tasman series, New Zealand and Australia. New Zealand taking game 1, Australia taking game 2, New Zealand taking game 3 earlier this evening. And here we have game 4 and the team news. Another rotation as expected. New Zealand with a 5-man squad. Australia just with their 4. Chris McIntosh in game 4 and Denham Brook taking a seat. Nick Bewley here for the call alongside Judd Flavel. We had the call for game 3. Does much change on that New Zealand side with the addition of Chris McIntosh for game 4?
Well, I think you know, it does mean that they have more perimeter shooting. Chris McIntosh is, even though he's a smaller guard, but he's played this game a long time. He knows how to use his body. He knows when to use fouls. He's a very experienced player in this arena.
No whistle, a bit of confusion there, and eventually ends up with McIntosh. So New Zealand starting with McIntosh, McCulloch, and Kalman Poto. Australia, their young trio, Dent, Furphy, and O'Donnell.
We talked about in game 3, didn't we? Just the one that we called about allowing, and it was Dent that I was alluding to. When the big and you're undersized and they make those catches near the basket, you've got to wrap them up, take the foul. You've got plenty of fouls to play with right now. Make him have to earn it from, well, check the ball out from the outside. Taki Farrington, you know, he is one that we saw really take it to them in game 3. One that I think the Australia will be looking to focus more on.
Tough finish there from James O'Donnell to get Australia up and underway, but this is a hot start by New Zealand, leading 4-1, 50 seconds gone. And you're right, Judd, Taki Farrington just picking up from where he left off. A good response from Australia. We've very rarely seen a team push clear on big scoring runs in this series so far. Here's Furphy. O'Donnell with Farrington in front and unaware again. And you see there O'Donnell just saying to Dan Trist, who's come into the game there, where was the comms?
Yeah, we talked about that 4th man that's sitting down in the seat right now. You know, sitting down, physically having a breather, but actively being involved with your voice and especially with the shot clock.
Here's the battle of the 25s. Oh, lovely pass through by Kalman Poto. Farrington,
nice
McIntosh.
slip,
Threading the needle. Everything
beautiful
but
play.
the finish there for New Zealand.
Love the play.
Yeah, they'll be happy with the execution or up to the basket. Foul on McIntosh there.
There you go. I mean, that's even though he didn't look like he was intentionally going to foul him, he just played him so physical, you know, that where the ref had to make that call. He wasn't going to give up anything easy to Trist.
Good work there by Dent. And Australia cut it to 2. Farrington likes this matchup with Furphy. Wants to finish with the right on the left side. And able to connect. And now Furphy. Good help there by McCulloch, but matters little. And again, Hamish Dale and Daniel Trist are getting to know one another, but it's the correct call. He was there.
No, it was a smart play by McIntosh here. You know, Trist was in his way. He was trying to make it look like he was going for the basketball, pushed him out of the way. It forced the ref to have to make a call. These are the little nuances of the game, of the 3x3 that, you know, we see in Chris McIntosh that he's going to have.
McIntosh step back 2 ball from the corner. Doesn't go. And now Trist with McCulloch in front. That's got to be 3-second back down.
Yep.
No. Foul on New Zealand.
I thought that was at least 3 seconds there. They've been very tight on the 3-second call as well.
So perhaps Australia getting away with one there. New Zealand on 2 fouls. We saw them get into a bit of foul trouble. Well, they really got to 6 fouls quickly and then didn't get that 7th for quite some time. But again, something to be mindful of. Nice.
Yeah. Daniel Trist has that touch, that soft touch there from that sort of 8 to 10 feet range with the jump hook. Really good off the on ball and the short roll, little float game. Obviously, not going to see too many short roll catches here.
Basket won't count. Just noticed the issue with our graphic. It is 5-all. New Zealand on Australia with 2 minutes 35 gone as Farrington fires away, follows it in.
Yeah, that's just Australia going to be disappointed with that.
How about that handle from Kalman Poto again? That's a couple now. Dom's just left a little short.
It is. You know, he's done a lot of the hard work there, but he'll be, you know, hard on himself for not finishing those ones.
Australia take the lead after that hot start by New Zealand, 6-5. We go over the 3-minute mark.
O'Donnell, got it, come on.
It's like you've seen that a lot.
Oh, well, I have, and you know what? O'Donnell should have seen this too. Dom's gone, that's been his go-to move for throughout. This is their 4th time now, you know, and these are the little areas that the young fellas have got to pick up on to, you know, make life, take that away from Dom. If not, he's going to punish you and hurt you every single time.
Furphy with it, screen from Trist. Furphy might have taken an extra step there, but no, yeah, he did. Spotted there by Hamish Dale.
Interesting on that pick and roll too, that there wasn't a switch. You know, Taki Farrington stayed down into a mush coverage and really stayed with the zone. Something that I guess we've seen teams get used to seeing switches and rolling out of those screens. Earlier, what I said about what the Five have been doing. Interesting to see New Zealand change tack there and stayed with their own.
Furphy, the lefty. Well, it's Australia 2 to the good. Haven't seen much of that two-point game from Furphy, but he's got that shot. And a TV timeout, 30 seconds for both teams to talk things through. With Australia 8-6 to the good. Game 4 of this International Trans-Tasman Series.
And the Australians, they're teenagers, right? So this is a real harsh welcome into playing against men and on the arena of 3x3 at the same time. So, you know, they're doing a good job here. They're playing physical. They're not sort of losing, I guess, they're not looking out of place.
McIntosh can't connect. Kalman Poto hustling down low, but called for the foul. And it's a huge opportunity, too, for these young guys. You know, Australia do have a fair amount of depth for a country their size in the game of basketball. Impress here. Who knows what door you might open down the line, whether it's 3x3 or 5-on-5.
Yeah, I'm sure all of them have futures in the 5-on-5 game as well, and probably utilising this to gain some international experience, you know. And
McCulloch step back, And Dent just in the landing space. Not a great foul. And we'll shoot to Nico McCulloch, the Otago Nugget.
And we've seen Nico McCulloch do that a number of times. You know, get sort of half by you, pull that thing, step back for his preferred step back three off the dribble.
So 2 attempts here, makes the first. The second would tie it up. 5:55 to go on the game clock. Good contest this, as it has been all the way through.
Yep, these two teams, nothing in it.
8 each. Here is O'Donnell, clears out. Furphy would switch there. Farrington though, foot movement.
Good defense by Tucky Farrington. Great athlete, got some length about him too. You know, comes into play on the defensive end.
There's the comms for New Zealand. Shot clock, got to get something going here. McIntosh, front iron, tied it up by Furphy. Lovely little pass. O'Donnell spins and rims out. Unlucky.
Yeah. What a wall up there from McCulloch, you know, undersized. But what I've really appreciated, I guess, especially for a smaller guard, defending these bigs, is they've been able to bump and keep physical, but on the spin, meet them on the other side before they can establish their front foot again. And it's really paid off for them in forcing these bigs to have to finish under, you know, off balance and under contact.
Foul there by McCulloch on O'Donnell. The 15th foul for New Zealand. It was an interesting little period there with Trist and Calvin Poto off the floor, but now the two bigs re-enter.
Probably looking at each other, hey, you ready to go on yet? There's not going to be too many positions where they're not going to be match up.
Here is Trist. Can fire away from 2.
He's yet to get going, hasn't he, from the outside behind the arc?
Just creating that doubt, though. Don't give me too much space. I will.
O'Donnell, gap.
Shoot. Oh, great strength. Calvin Poto. Again, that's a couple within a few feet of the basket that DKP will be frustrated with. Here is Trist. Looking to get Australia back to within 1. Unable to do so again. Fighting there by McIntosh and then
We'll take it.
Harrison.
We'll take it.
It counts all the same, and New Zealand now with a 12-8 advantage. O'Donnell. Good work, James O'Donnell. Been impressed by him this evening, game 3 and game 4. Here is Calvin Potter down low with the mismatch. Furphy. Great identification there by McIntosh with the find.
Yep, that's right. But Furphy, once again, you know, if Australia wants to, you know, go ahead and make sure that they tighten up their defense, they've got to know when to use those fouls. You know, they're still, you know, that's only just their 3rd foul now.
Slow motion play here. Calvin Poto gets McCulloch free.
Great set, great run, great play. Nico coming off wide open. Not going to see too many times where that happens, where you lose track of a shooter.
And another TV timeout. And 15-9 is the score. New Zealand in front. I feel like that does need to be acknowledged by the Australians. Perhaps it's that inexperience at 3x3 level about good fouls. So used to not wanting to foul intentionally in certain situations, but mismatches, perfect opportunity. 3-team fouls, right time to do it.
I don't have the experience with the 3x3, but I'm just sort of seeing it as it's been played and how teams have utilised it. And you know, I think the Hawks showed in their games, you know, that's one of the changes that they've made. And they're a young team, and these are the little things that are going to help get you the win.
Well, you're a veteran now. You've called like 20 games in 24 hours.
What's 5 and 5? I just...
Dent misses from the corner.
Oh, Dom.
Good dive there from Dom.
Good job, Dom, getting on the floor.
That's what you want to see from your big.
Absolutely.
You want to see it from anyone, but when you see it from the big, you feel like that lifts the entire team.
Absolutely. And we've seen, you know, we called the Storms game, and we talked about O'Connell getting on the floor, Alia getting on the floor, Alia Dunn, you know, so the size, yeah, everybody's, you know, thrown themselves into this competition.
Farrington gets the switch. DKP on
Come on,
O'Donnell. There's the spin. Like stuck with it a little bit longer there, James O'Donnell, but again, draws the foul.
He's got to get an arm bar up there. Got to provide a little bit of a gap, half gap, so he can counter the spin. Of course, that puts you in susceptible to Dom's back down dribble that he has as well, but you got to have the leg and hip ready to catch that back down move at the same time. This is an area for the young fella. He's getting a little bit of a lesson on post defense here, and I expect him to walk away from this game looking for the next couple of days to make these improvements.
Kalman Poto hits from the TAB stripe, largest lead of the ball game. And then great hands, Taki Farrington. Oh, that is highlight worthy.
What a play. Passage of play there with the steal and straight into the shot.
This is the largest margin by far now of these internationals. So far as McCulloch. Oh, dances in front of Tris.
They are feeling good, aren't they? You've got their mojo.
Dent now, they're chasing the Kangaroos.
Kangaroos got to make sure that it's a tough spot right here.
And a wrap foul on Dent. He's saying, me, why would I be wrapping? And a 16 foul for Australia. So shooting from here on in, but New Zealand just need one to go 3-1 up in this series. Another timeout, so New Zealand will be mindful. What play do they run? Do they look for 22? Knowing this series could come close, could come again down to, if it's 4-all, for example. I believe the tiebreaker then, similar to 3x3 Cup, is points scored. So all those little things. But they'll be wanting to finish. Put an exclamation point on this evening. As Australia head back to the hotel knowing, gee, we've just been whipped.
Great performance here from the Tall Blacks. Really come out.
Here is Farrington, just straight up Main Street. Can't get it to go.
Yeah,
I'm
not sure if you're going to win that battle if you take on Trist and try to finish it at the basket.
Foul on McIntosh. It's got a UFC under the basket there between Trist and McIntosh. Wrapped up. And that's a 6th foul for New Zealand. So both teams shooting from here on in. And Trist trying to say, hey, it's the 7th. It's definitely the 6th. So O'Donnell, Furphy and Trist. Australia, it's within their spirit. They'll continue to fight.
Not sure if you saw that armbar defense that McIntosh had there once he caught the ball on the elbow. Then he went to spin and he immediately caught him on the other side.
Kalman Poto, difficult shot there. And Australia live to fight another possession, but goodness me. Oh, what a good pass there from O'Donnell.
Maybe you thought they had a fast break going the other way.
So Kalman Poto and Tris take a seat. So the guards are in the wings as well with Farrington.
Yep, O'Donnell got that length, doesn't he? He's got that length. I expect O'Donnell, that's going to be a name that we're going to hear a lot of and see a lot of down the line. Ton of potential. And let's not forget, these guys are teenagers coming out of the COE.
Oh, what a find. What a finish for New Zealand. They go 3-1 clear in this 8-game Trans-Tasman series. And Judd, by far, that was the most clinical we've seen from either team, but 21-9.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Tall Blacks put a number on them. I think Australia will have a lot to learn there and take away from that game. We talked about the post defense that they have. We talk about Taki Farrington getting going as well. The more and more that they see of them, I expect Australia to come out tomorrow with a much polished game plan and taking these lessons and really trying to close this margin. And I believe they can do that and still get, and have some belief that they can get another win.
Well, let's hear from the Tall Blacks 3x3 unit. James Lisserman is standing by with Taki Farrington.
Pretty physical matchup, 4 games down. Got a nice exclamation win there as you guys really tuned it on defensively. How are you feeling with the way the series is going so far?
I mean, 8 games against the same team. We knew it was going to be like almost like a puzzle game of chess almost. So I think going into it, we just wanted to make sure we got better every game. And that's kind of our mindset. We're using this to get better. We don't get much time together for like the 3-on-3 team. So we're using this just like just to get better. That's all we want to see.
You know, 8 games is an awful lot. I feel like you're either going to be best of friends or like there's going to be almost coming to blows by the time the series gets to it. But it seems like a real healthy amount of respect between the two teams. But anyway, your favourite play, the game-winning finish there, or the steal straight away into a 2?
The steals, we're at 2 points. Yeah, I like 2s. I like shooting 3s, so I like shooting 2s.
No,
everyone loves it, right? Everyone loves it.
They definitely do. It was awesome, just so quick. Get the rip, turn, shoot, 2 points straight away. So congratulations, great night tonight. Rest up, and I'm sure we'll see you guys back here tomorrow night. Thank you.
Cheers, James. Time for a quick break here on Sky Sport. On the other side, back to 3x3 Cup action. It's the West Coast Rapids and the Taranaki.
12, Rihanna Rangi. 21, Trinity Pakai. And 30, Aliana Tuiti. And for Kahu and 1, Emma K. Schroeder. 3, Bailey Flevel. 13, Keely Tinney. And 27, Waiaria Anderson.
The woman won. So what are they?
Welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland in Invercargill. Attention turns back to 3x3 Cup men's action. The Taranaki is and the West Coast Rapids. Just heard there during the ad break, New Zealand have a 3-1 lead both in the men and women at the halfway stage of their 8-game series. So encouraging signs for both the Tall Blacks and Tall Ferns 3x3 units. We take a look at the lineups for the Rapids and the Airs. Rokawa, Burnett, Hibbs and Exeter. For the Rapids is running with Lavery, Carlisle Smith, Bailey and Bardsley. And West Coast, Judd, hot on day one. Perhaps just being found out a little bit on day two, just run into some better teams that kind of come back to the pack.
Yeah, I don't think so much it's about them. I think it's more about the other teams that are getting better and better. Look, their losses have been close and down to the wire as well, so they're right there still. They can still put points on the board. They got shooters all over the place. Probably some, the biggest area is just how they're going to defend the basket and around the inside, and I think that's an area where teams have sort of got away from them.
So let's have a look at their record, because they were 4-1 at the end of day one, topped the table. Then today on day two, a 2-point loss to the Tuatara, 5-point loss to the Rams, and a 2-point loss to the Hawks. And now they run into this Airs side, and then got another game to close out the evening against Tavake Pacifica. So they'll be hoping to take a bit of momentum into day three. They currently sit 8th. The Airs conversely 4th with a 5-3 record. Bardsley, Lavery and Carlisle Smith on the floor. Take foul there. A couple of early fouls on the Rapids, who lead 2-0. After that, deep Burnett too.
Hasn't taken Hibbs that long of a time to work out when to foul. Yeah, he was beat right there, and I've seen him do that before.
Airs on the board. This Airs side, seen a fair bit of them now. I like the balance. I like Carlisle Smith. They're like prototypical 3x3 player. Play both inside and out. There's that length.
Yep.
And then they've got Tane, Lavery, Bardsley, Bailey. It's a good unit.
It is, well-rounded. Got a little piece of everything that you can think of. Carlisle Smith has been impressive from behind the arc as well.
Speaking of behind the arc,
There you go.
there's perimeter threats all over the place for the Rapids.
Oh, don't know how they lost him.
And Dane Lavery doesn't make them pay. And the man with the rock right now, Daron Rokawa, 18 made shots from deep on day one. I don't know what the count is at the moment, but I'm sure he's added to that haul. Jack Exeter with it now. Takes on Lavery. Doesn't get the roll. 3 each it remains. Lavery. Herbs just couldn't get in front, and that's a third team foul on the Rapids. Bailey. It's fake there.
Oh,
Again, a couple of misses.
unlucky.
Close to the basket.
Yeah.
Carlisle Smith tidies.
Even just looking at Bailey when he took that to the basket, you know, 2 steps, he's up there above the rim. Good athlete.
Jared Burnett there with the miss. Spent some time with you in the Rams this year.
Yeah, he did. Yep, part of our squad, and you know, it was great to have him there. Didn't make it on court as I was talking about before, but you know, a great member, teammate, and training squad player.
Step back there by Rokawa as Jared Burnett almost joins us up here in commentary. The ball evades him. Is with the early running here, leading by 2. Bardsley.
Good defense there from Exeter.
All it
He
counts.
counted it.
Yes, it will. Just stayed with it, Bardsley. And that is why he's been anointed the slippery eel.
Yep, I can see why now.
Looks for the 2-point play. Bardsley. Found a home in the NBL with the Nuggets. As Carlisle Smith tidies up, and the Airs now out to a 4-point lead. Burnett tries to answer immediately.
Bardsley found a home, but found an effective role too for the Nuggets. It comes on, they throw him on the best offensive player. You know, he's there, he's making their life difficult. Letting his presence be known out there on the basketball court, doing all the little 1%ers that's required.
Well, good work there, Exeter. Put it up and in. Then get out to Bailey. Force the tough finish and hauls in. Almost hauls in. The long rebound. We'll be back with the Rapids. I must admit, I was expecting a bit more of an offensive explosion. 7 of 4. I know it's early, but perhaps again, those heavy legs. The back end of day 2. There's Daron Rokawa.
There you go.
Must have heard me. And then the steal. Jared Burnett. Oh, back to back. Okay, what else can I say to inspire more?
We haven't seen any dunks yet, have we? Any windmills?
Yeah, can I have a 360? I'm probably getting carried away now. As Bardsley wants to get on the act. Yep, okay. 3 made shots from deep. Now we're getting cooking with gas. Rokawa. You just told me that earlier, Judd. Now we're talking. Foul by Burnett on the floor. 10-9, Rapids in front.
Just all of a sudden, didn't it just change?
That's 3x3.
And it is. Yes, you're right.
Nice find, Bailey to Lavery down low. And
That'll be 2 shots. Oh, 1 shot, sorry.
but a 6th team foul, Judge. So
yes,
from here on in, is getting the line, and that's early in the game.
That's
just
right.
coming out the 4-minute mark.
Got to be squeaky clean from here.
So if the Airs are smart about it from here, I know they've got the perimeter shooting threats, but they've got the opportunity to attack. Oh, how about that? Crafty. Rokawa. That would have been 3 in the row. Foul on the Rapids. They're 7th. I don't think I've ever seen, or in this 3x3 Cup anyway, 7-zip foul count. But we have it.
I think you're right.
Shooting 2 here, Carlisle Smith.
just watching Rokawa at the top there in the isolation situation, you know, tough match up there for Lavery. Lavery did really well, did the best that he could. And just thinking about isolation plays, who have you seen in this tournament that, you know, comes to mind about being a tough matchup in those situations?
For mine, it's hard to go past Drew Leo Songeape.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
Puts you on an island, but Rokawa wouldn't be too far behind. Well, there's some professional scorers in this competition, but yeah, he'd be front of mind for mine. Drew Leo has helped Tavake Pacifica to their first win, I believe, ever.
That's right, yep. That was...
I believe they went winless last year, so an awesome moment for Tavake. They've been in some real dogfights in this competition.
Hey!
You said it, Joe.
I did.
Okay,
Bardsley's hearing us.
What do we want next? What's on the bingo card?
What else is there? What else can we see?
Honestly, an alley-oop.
There you go. To yourself, off the backboard.
Oh, great work there, Bardsley.
Bardsley, that's what he does. He's just knowing to just be in your grill.
And then again, knowing the situation. Rapids on 7 fouls. Caught in 2 minds. Do I be aggressive? Just goes at Burnett and adds 1. And the Airs now up by 3. Rokawa wide. Burnett did really well to keep it in, but now he's out of play, comes back in. Carlisle Smith away. And Bardsley gets it. Oh, again, just those 1%ers.
Yep.
So aware. Hits it off the shin of Exeter and will stay with Taranaki.
He would win the majority of those possessions where he's sort of in the right area or he's in the vicinity and he's going to come up with the basketball one way or the other.
Do you reckon he's a guy who just competes in anything? Fastest to brush their teeth, fastest to get ready, wants to win absolutely everything, every contest.
Don't think it's the fastest to brush his hair.
Shots fired. Let's put the headband on, perhaps.
One thing I'll say, like he's a sneaky athlete, but just looking at him, you know, standing up there or hands on knees right now, like he's got a good wingspan, you know, for a guy that, what is he, 6'3" maybe? But I think a lot of it, like the sneaky athlete, but also got some sneaky length in the arms.
There's Rokawa.
Oh,
so
Bailey, there's not much more that Bailey could have done except for taking him out.
And maybe that was the right time to do so. Taranaki just on 1 team foul.
Yeah. I think he probably wasn't even thinking. He's thinking, I've got this covered, I've got this covered, I've got this covered.
Exeter. Oh, I think his last touch by Rokawa. Again, Bardsley just fingerprints all over this contest. And Taranaki call a timeout.
Do we have an All-Star 3 at the end of this tournament? Was that something that would mean you can make up here?
I'm happy to run with it now.
Yeah.
I believe there is, but I'll put you on the spot since you put me on the spot with the ISO ball. All-Star 3 through 2 days.
Well, through what we've seen thus far, I guess, you know, you look at the Rapids team, you look at Rokawa and look at the record that they had on day 1. I think we're just talking here, we were watching Bardsley and his fingerprints on this game. One of those guys that probably, if you have him attached with some scorers in your team, like he'd be the ideal mix. Who else have we seen? I've liked what I saw early on with Mani Dougal-Meter.
Yeah, leading the scoring on day 1. He's been exceptional.
And
Miller Jose, if you're wanting a big. I really like his game.
And I can't go past the Rams. They're sitting up at the top, or around the top spot there. I think Kai, I haven't seen a lot of them play. I've seen bits and pieces, but Kai Isaac, I think he's had a good tournament thus far.
Just hold the All-Star 3 thought for a second because the Rapids have just sneakily got back into this one. Oh, okay. All right, come on now.
Okay, now I think we have officially seen it all.
We didn't ask for this.
No, we didn't.
But now we've seen it. And this might be our first unsportsmanlike. You were asking earlier, what does it take? Maybe a push to the ground like that. So it's a double unsportsmanlike foul. Initial tick for black for delay of game, that's Taranaki. And then unsportsmanlike both ways.
The two unsportsmanlikes offset. So there will be one technical free throw for the delay of game.
So yeah, the tick is for the delay of game initially, and then the afters, the two unsportsmanlike. So we have a fair bit of time here at the TAB stripe.
Yep. There's a crucial baskets right here too.
Yeah, 17-16. Game on. Don't really know what that was all about. Just
No.
tempers flaring.
No, that's right. And very uncharacteristic of Jared Burnett to see him lose his cool there. But look, 17 apiece here. This is a ball game we've got going on right now.
4 away, both teams. Here is Burnett with Lavery in front.
Great
They're
spin and
liking
finish.
this contest, the Rapids, and they're in front. Carlisle Smith, he'll drive and finish.
Away.
And contacted, loves it, lets them know.
Great take and finish there. Strong take and finish.
Here's
Exactly
the
what
second
was
look.
needed. Talked about his threat from the outside. Good to see him put the ball on the floor.
Rapids now on 10 fouls. No lineup. Only shooting 2, I believe. Yes. So make these two, Ben Carlisle Smith, and the Airs are just 1 point away. Makes the first. They might have possession actually. 10 fouls.
You're right.
Well, that
Wow, what
is
a
huge.
What a big
3
play.
points and possession. Match point. Bardsley. Will he go himself? Carlisle Smith. They go to Bailey. Spin. Spin to Bailey. Oh, lost the handle. Got it back. Oh, basketball interference. That's game.
Yeah, well done, Ears. Great post move there and finish for Bailey there. What a game. Great contest that we saw. The Rapids, once again, you know, the high scoring game with the Rapids involved. And, yeah, Taranaki Airs coming up with a win.
So the Airs will move to 6-3. The Rapids, contrasting days. 4-1 on day one. Now slipped to 4-5 as we send it to Justin Nelson.
Yeah, it was a close one. Last game of the day, legs were a bit dry, so it was a great way to finish there. We needed that one.
Still a long way to go. We're halfway there. How's the team feeling?
Good. We're new together, so we're bonding, we're getting better, and just as long as we play smart and run our stuff, I think we're looking really good.
Bit of spice there towards the end.
Hey, everyone's competitive. We know each other, man. Hey, everything's on the line, yeah?
Well done on the win. Good luck tomorrow.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Justin. Time for a quick break here on Sky Sport. Coming up next, it's the Canterbury Rams. Barbecues Direct. Canterbury Rams in their white strip taking on the Otago Nuggets. Non-biased commentary, please. What are you talking about?
Just got an injury break for Tavake Pacifica.
Welcome back to ILT Stadium Southland in Invercargill. Our last game, Nick Bewley, Judd Flavel, the Canterbury Rams, Barbecues Direct. Canterbury Rams taking on the Otago Nuggets. The Rams running hot, Judd Flavel, you'll be pleased. 7 games, 6 wins. From what you've seen of them so far, I know it's been limited, but what's impressed you?
Actually, this is my first time actually watching them. I got to see, I guess, the end of a game, couple of games. But yeah, Kaya Isaac has been one for me that that in this setting, the 3x3 is definitely built for this type of game. He's somebody that can play defense, like tough defense. Aiden Tonge, another one, really built for this game. And our first look at Caleb Chamberlain as well, the long athlete. Just wanted to see, let's see what he's got.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm familiar with Kaya, Aiden, Taylor Britt, of course, but this is my first look too, having called Rams games in the NBL for with Caleb Chamberlain. What is it about this young talent that you like the look of?
Yeah, no, look at the physical attributes. He's long, he's athletic. Let's see if he can put that into action into this 3-and-3 setting.
Otago side currently sitting in 12th. I feel like their record isn't a reflection of their work. 1-7 through 8 games so far, but I'm just trying to scroll through. And some of these losses haven't been by much. Yes, they had a blowout loss most recently to the Tuatara. 1 point loss to the Rapids. 1 point loss to Franklin. So
no, they're
there
right
or thereabouts.
Absolutely, the dangerous team.
Yeah, potential banana skin game really for the Rams. So I know we're just pushed in their previous encounter. That was against the Manawatu Jets, winning by 3. And the Jets, their one game they dropped, interestingly, Waikato University.
The Rams?
The Rams, sorry.
Yes, that's right. Last night, last game of the evening for them. Go down to Waikato, and that was Waikato's first win.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, they'll be mindful of that last game type feeling, right? Given what happened yesterday.
That's right.
Knox can't connect there. Nuggets. Oh, how about that? Kyle Isaac follows it in as Knox lost his footing. Here is Chamberlain. And that's a nice stroke.
It is. It's certainly, I think I've seen him do that a few times now. The Rams putting a lot of pressure on their outlet pass. Couldn't clear it in time.
Tied ball game, 4 each. Just over 90 seconds gone. Good drive there, Chamberlain. Getting involved, has the last 3 for Canterbury.
There you go.
Oh, push there from Smiler. Basket won't count. Foul is on the Rams. As Hewen comes in for Otago in jersey 12. Has impressed on these opening 2 days as well. Another with strong perimeter game.
I was very impressed on day one. Didn't know anything about him, but it was the first thing that stood out to me.
Here he is now following it in and gets the roll. Again, tied ball game, 5 each. Britt, the left on the right-hand side, that's his game.
That is. He's a great finisher off 1 foot. Does a great job of avoiding contact, and doesn't matter which side, he's going to find a way to finish off with that left hand.
So Rams in front by 1. As the outstretched hand of Caleb Chamberlain knocks that out of bounds. 7 on the shot clock here for the Nuggets. Smiler. He doesn't let that go. That's where the Rams are well drilled. Almost willing to allow, once there's a clear layout, to get ready for the 2. But that's 2 cheap ones, in fairness.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think they're designing their defense to give up easy blow-bys, but...
Tonge, strong rebound. I was mentioning in commentary earlier, one unique element to this Rams lineup, 3 lefties.
Ah, that's right.
Aiden, Kaya, and Taylor. Don't see that too often as well, and you feel like the scout, that's probably one of the first things it would say. However, all 3 pretty accomplished finishing on that right side too.
It's sometimes it can take a little used to playing and defending against lefties, but when you got a team full of lefties, maybe it'll be more difficult for them to defend Caleb Chamberlain being a righty.
Oh, nice move there, Mike Rusk.
Oh, here we go. Kai's very, very accomplished post player.
Oh, that is great clear out work there, but just lacking the finish. Darcy Knox. Britt connects with Tonge eventually, up and in. Aiden Tonge, New Zealand's number 3 ranked 3x3 player, getting it done. Knox wide open.
Yeah.
Ka-ching. Britt now, a quick release. Again, Tonge just using that size really well.
Yep.
And just looking at that Nuggets quartet, they don't really have an ideal matchup for Aiden Tonge.
No, that's right. You know, they're a small team. We've seen some smaller teams, right? We talk about the Rapids as well, and that's probably an area where they are a bit vulnerable and decide to go more perimeter. We've seen teams like the Tuatara, who are the Ledger brothers there, you know, got some true size.
Well, you look at the one team that's beaten the Rams, they're a relatively small unit too, the Waikato University boys. Daniel Dobson, Kamari van der Leiden. There is Taylor Britt now. Great work with the right to create that space.
Yep.
Tied ball game though. This has been a really good contest, back and forth.
Yep.
11 each. Here's Tonge. Back out to Britt. Front iron. Oh, the great work there. Tonge has to clear out. Does so.
Quick hands of Tonge.
Chamberlain wide open. Halfway down. Back out now with Russ behind the back between the legs. Razzle dazzle. Hewen now. Oh, great possession. Otaga.
Yeah.
Up by 2. High scoring contest too as we hit 5 minutes. 13-11, make that 13-12. And there's the pressure there, Tonge, and the foul. Smart foul.
Yep, wanted the sub, so knows how to use it. Very experienced 3x3 player, Aiden Tonge. He actually takes this into his 5-on-5 game too. He's very, very switched on and knows when to, I guess, or how to play in each possession and move on to the next possession quickly.
I haven't seen this level of efficiency from the perimeter shooting for the Nuggets yet, but it is falling here against the heavily favoured Canterbury Rams. The Nuggets up by 3. And we could have a big upset here in terms of ladder positions. Rams currently 4th, but a win here, they go top. Otago just with 1 win thus far from 8. Smiler now.
This is big.
Oof, it wasn't far away. Tonge likes to match up with Rusk. Spin. Doesn't fall though. Good work, Smiler, to come over and tidy up. Hewen launches. Again, close. Gets his own rebound. Tipped by Tonge. Back to Isaac. Back to Tonge. And misses the 2.
And that's a part of Tonge's game where he's going to, for him to get to the next level, just being able to knock that shot down. He can shoot the basketball. It's just more of a mindset for him.
Couple of no calls there. Unlucky on Otago. Chamberlain now with the fake. Might have caught a foot out of bounds. No, foul call on the floor.
Smart foul there.
Yeah, Nuggets by no means near foul trouble. It's just maybe they're just their second team foul. And a timeout called. They talk things over with 3:41 remaining. I'm impressed by the Nuggets.
Yeah, they've come out here, really taken it to the Rams, and I guess, you know, Hewen, danger from the outside, Smiler, actually all of them.
Well, Knox has had a couple too.
Yeah. Knox.
And just that mindset as well, knowing results haven't gone your way. It's easy to drop your head, drop lip. Well, they're wanting to play. It's that old Canterbury-Otago rivalry, I feel, as well. A bit more at stake as Isaac cuts it to 2. Rusk, Chamberlain hits the deck. Smiler wide open.
Oh, nice
needed
hands.
to shoot.
Just sliced that passing lane. Great close out there by Kai Isaac. Not sure if you go back to the possession, but earlier where you see the set, the Rams had the check at the top. Kaya Isaac with the step over underneath. You know, expect to see some more of that from teams looking to cash in on their mismatches or on their size advantage.
Here is Hewen up top. Knox comes in with Rusk. 2 on the shot clock. There's Sitcoms. There was Brent Matairi.
It's coming from the 10th row, I think.
Does that count as coaching?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Does that count as coaching?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, it mattered little. Britt kicks it to Isaac. Gets the screen from Tonj. Isaac launches. Almost gets the bank. Follows it up.
Yeah.
And contact there by Darcy Knox.
Good foul there by Knox.
In the act of shooting, so it will be a trip to the TAB.
Yeah, but a lot better than actually giving up the point. Make them have to earn it. They're still only on 3 fouls as well, so they've still got a few fouls to play with here, with 3 minutes to go, just over.
15-13 in favour of Otago. Kai Isaac connects from the free throw stripe. 1 point game. Otago and Canterbury. Rusk. Can't get that to go. Chamberlain hauls it in. Oh, but great work. Mike Rusk. And now the crossover. Oh, Mike Rusk. How do you do? Nuggets by 2. Tonj. And again, Knox. Smart foul. Sends Tonj to the line. It's been a real collective effort by Otago. They're not over-reliant on Hewen or one of their key offensive weapons. Feel like all 4 have meaningful contributions. And that's probably creating a bit of doubt in that defensive side for the Rams, not knowing who's going to step up and win. 1 point game though. It's Knox. Just to put the footwork on. Chamberlain, what a finish with the left.
But Chamberlain had done very well to stay with him and force that thing to go over the outreach of Chamberlain.
Darcy Knox having himself a game. And smart play again by the Rams. And all of a sudden the Nuggets just creeping up to 5 team fouls as Britt heads to the TAB. Each team with a foul to give. Full lineup here on the free throw as Britt rattles at home. And it's a 1 point ball game once more. Hewen finds Knox. Between the legs, Darcy Knox again. Oh, not far away. Off white. So it'll be Nuggets possession and a fresh 12 seconds. Here's Rusk. Also impressed. Hewen beats Britt. Finds Knox. This would be a dagger. Oh, doesn't connect, but great work, Hewen.
Taylor Britt decided not to come in and help on the rebounds and stay on the perimeter. They gave up another opportunity there.
There's 2 long balls that were on line. It's a bit too much. As Isaac launches and connects.
Kaya Isaac pushes the Rams ahead. Can they get a stop now, the Rams?
1:37 remain. Hewen, great step to the left. Again, that 2 balls just gone a little cold for Otago. Rams now with possession and a 1 point lead.
Going to isolation here. Is he going to pull up again? Yes, he is.
Kaya Isaac has taken control as Rusk tries to loop it up and in. And we'll head to the TAB. 6th foul on the Rams. We saw a little bit in the NBL, Judd, where you bring Kaya on, he was just firing away from deep, and he's just brought that through 3x3 level.
Yeah, no, and once again, you know, he's put in the work, he's put in the time. It was just a matter of getting out on court and changing the mindset.
He wants the moment too. Isaac can't finish at the basket, so the Nuggets
done a great job, pushed him out of bounds almost.
Continue to fight, but what hustle by the Rams.
Yeah, it all started with Kaya's defensive pressure that he had on the corner there. And
there is the
game.
finish. Drops the last 5 points. Kaya Isaac, as the Rams, well, they were tested.
They were
by
tested.
a Nuggets team
Yep.
with a 1-7 record. But they get the job done, unbeaten on day 2. And the Barbecues direct Canterbury.
Welcome back to Invercargill tonight. 3x3 Cup action coming your way. And we are down to the final 2 games of the evening. Justin Nelson, Cat Jones with you, about to get back into it. The Kahu and the Pouakai coming up in just a moment.
And the Kahu have had a very short turnaround. They were just playing the Tavake Pacifica women's side on court 2. And 1 game break, and they're straight back into it.
Did I see an injury down there?
Yeah, unfortunately a knee, I think. Trinity Pahu just icing it. Not sure what the prognosis is, but not positive for the Tavake Pacifica side.
I hope that Trinity is okay. Here's the lineups for this one. For the Kahu, Kelly Tinney, Bailey Flavel, E.K. Schroeder, Waikato, Toranui Henderson, Tiana Day, Rosalia Samir, Kavana Lene and Lauren Whitaker. And you'd expect the Pouakai to start favourites here.
You would, yep. Kahu have just got the 1 win, I believe, at this stage. And
1-4.
Yep. They've shown some great signs. A young team again. Bailey Flavel and Emma K. Schroeder, both high school students.
Mainland Pouakai 3-1 at the moment. The Queens, Tukamanawa Queens, 5-0, top of the table in this women's competition. In fact, across the entire 3x3 Cup, including the internationals, they're the only unbeaten team here.
They certainly are.
It just shows you how close the contests have been. And I know we'll head out of the commentary box tonight and head back to the hotel and look at the ladders and try and work out who's doing what. But at the moment, I just can't pick it.
No, I can't either. Pouakai, I should be remiss if I didn't mention that they too have a couple of high school students playing, Lauren Whitaker and Kavana Lene. So again, they just seem to have a bit more experience at this level.
Lots of young talent on display here in Invercargill. It's been another big night of international basketball as well. If you're just joining us on Sky Sport or anywhere around the world on FIBA YouTube, Australia and New Zealand have been doing battle again this evening in both 3x3 men's and women's.
Tiana Day just weight roomed Emma K. Schroeder.
Pouakai off to an early lead. And in those internationals, men and women, of course, best of 8, both teams, or both series, 4 games into it. And it's the New Zealanders leading in both men and women, 3 games to 1 at the moment, Kat.
Yeah, I saw the men's result, and it looked quite comprehensive just looking down the court. They finally got to 21, I believe.
Yep, they did. Pouakai off to a hot start here. Rosalia Samia, who's had some sort of a competition so far. Bailey Flavel is fouled. I don't think that was in the act of shooting, so the Kahu...
Oh no, I think she signalled for one shot.
Yeah, it has been awarded. So apologies to Bailey Flavel. She's at the TAB. And she's got a chance to get the Kahu scoring underway here. She does that. It's 3-1. She's had a big year, Bailey Flavel. Played some minutes with the Kahu, of course, in Toihi and Rapid League. Also internationally as well.
Yeah, alongside Keely Tinney, I believe, in the Kahu, in the 5-on-5 version. And internationally for the New Zealand under 16s, yeah.
Co-captain of that team with Palace Hokianga. So some really good young talent coming through the system here in New Zealand. Speaking of young talent, Lauren Whitaker. She's definitely one of the best right now. And there she is, cleaning it up. Can't finish, though. Off to Gonzaga, I believe.
Yep, certainly is.
What a basketball program there.
And she'll be one of 3 Whitaker siblings at college in the States. Her older brother Mason and older sister Charlotte, both over there on Division I scholarships. So very talented family.
She'll take a break, Lauren Whitaker, as Tiana Day steps back in for the Pouakai. Out there for the Kahu. Schroeder, Pataranui Henderson, and also Keely Tinney. Here is Pataranui Henderson, scooping it up, unable to put it in. 5-1 the score, Pouakai leading early here, 7:50 to play, long way to go. One more game to come up in session 2 tonight after this. Back into the men's competition. The exciting and fun Tavake Pacifica taking on the West Coast Rapids. More on that game shortly. Great work there, Lauren Whitaker, getting the strip, getting busy, and going straight to business to try and add a score. Flicks it back out. Tiana Day doesn't get it to go.
Oh, nice save by Lynette.
And a foul called in the end against Tinney. Lauren Whitaker will head to the TAB.
I love the hustle that Kavana Lynette plays with. Never say die attitude. Great teammate to have, I'm sure.
Spent a bit of time in the last hour, Kat, just having a chat to a few players here and there, and certainly not unexpected. There's some sore bodies.
I can tell you that the Southland, ILT Stadium Southland physios have been put to good use.
Working overtime.
They sure are.
It's that sort of competition. It is a grind, no doubt about it. Samia, great turn to the basket, just couldn't keep control. And of course, we're only halfway there.
This is very true, yes. 2 more days of jam-packed 3x3 basketball action.
In the words of one very good rock band of the 1980s, we're halfway there. Still got a long way to go as we head down towards the finals on Saturday night.
But you're going to bust into some Bon Jovi there, Justin.
No, I wouldn't do that to you or the viewers, Kat Jones. Although, don't tempt me. Kavana Lene, look at that for a finish from the youngster. The Pouakai out to a 6-point lead now, 7-1. Pataranui Henderson ends up with Schroeder, deep 2, doesn't go down.
It's a good look for Emma K. Schroeder. I haven't seen her take too many shots, but That was a great one for her to take. Speaking of shots.
And it goes down. Samia, who's right up in the top 5 leading scorers here.
Very consistent, steady player. Balanced.
Oh, nice little pass, wasn't it, through to Samia. Lena was another one we saw in the recent Hoiho and Rapid League as well. Played some good minutes for the Pouakai.
She's got a great connection with Lauren Whitaker too, playing high school basketball together for a number of years at St Andrews College in Christchurch.
Taranaki Henderson with the foul. Substitutions both teams. Long way to go in this one. 10-1, still 6 minutes on the clock, just over.
Doesn't feel like a 10-1 scoreline, but the Pouakai have been the more aggressive, taking their opportunities.
Here's a good shot of the youngster, one of the rising stars here in New Zealand, Lauren Whitaker. Keely Tinney, not sure that she cleared that, she didn't. So they go back outside. Bailey Flavel fires away. Can't convert. Kahu finding it hard to score. Lenny, good pass. Day finishes short corner, 11-1. Tinney getting busy. Inside off the glass. Good basket. Kahu need a bit more of that, Kat Jones.
They certainly do. Keely's got some experience having played at the college level in the States. Sister of Jason.
Of course.
One of our superstar BBNZ crew.
Some substitutions both ways. 12-2 is the score. There's young Bailey Flavel, of course, daughter of Sky Sport commentator Judd Flavel, who's also coach of the championship-winning Canterbury Rams. Bailey Flavel, nice shot.
Doesn't need too much time or space to get her shot off.
Adds 2. Samia underneath. Another one for the Pouakai. 13-4. Flavel again attacking the basket.
Good defense by Tiana Day to disrupt the shot, but Kahu will get it back with 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Savannah Lennett takes a seat for the Pouakai. Here is Flavel again. Slick pass inside, cut out by Tiana Day. Gets it back from Samia, gives it back to Samia. Fires away for 2, can't finish. Cleans it up herself. Lauren Whitaker gets the roll. 14-4. Don't know that we'll go the full time distance here. Pouakai looking strong. Flavel draws the foul. She'll head to the stripe.
It's great to see the way the Pouakai play together. They're constantly moving. They're able to give and go, make some good cuts and give some good passes. Great style of 3x3 basketball that we're seeing from the Pouakai.
Here's the young 15-year-old out of Auckland, Bailey Flavel, national representative for New Zealand. Samia
hunts that one down.
And again, getting after the rebounds. More points for the Pouakai. 16-5 now. Taranaki Henderson, nowhere to go. Sticks the shot. Lene. Nice off the glass. Samia again, another offensive rebound for her. She'll finish it off. Nice little pass from Whitaker. 17-6. Flavel picked up the dribble.
Whose ball's it going to be?
We'll go defence, so it's going to be Pouakai.
Good hustle there by Samia.
Tavake Pacifica and the West Coast Rapids coming up after this one. That'll close us off for night 2, day 2. And officially the halfway mark of the 2023 3x3 Cup here in Invercargill.
Waiaria not able to convert that pretty looking move.
Beautiful part of the world, of course, Kat, in the deep south here in New Zealand, although maybe those looking at the weather at the moment wouldn't agree.
I'm glad to be inside. I love it that basketball's an inside game.
I think it was about 18 degrees Celsius yesterday, but from all reports from those who have ventured outside in the last couple of hours, it's down to just 2 or 3 degrees at the moment.
Yeah.
Taranui Henderson keeping the dribble alive here. Sizing up her options. Ignores Keely Tinney inside. Little reaching foul there on Lauren Whitaker. 18-6.
Pouakai have committed 6 fouls, so next one after this would be 2 shots for Kahu. Can't make them pay.
Taranui Henderson with the miss. Lene on the drive. Oh, great flick back to Whitaker. How was that? Quick thinking.
And there she goes again. She's got great closing speed.
Nice hustle, Kavana Lene. Plenty of time here still for the Kahu, but that margin at 12, you would think is going to be a mountain too big to climb. Flavel, Tinney.
Shooting at 2 would be an advantage.
Taranui Henderson nowhere to go, but somehow sends it down for 1. Lene sends it down for 2. And now the Pouakai within sight of a victory.
Mel's been a bit premature there, I think. Coin official.
On the baseline, I think, thought that was game. Still 1 to go. Taranui with the miss. We'll get a second look at it here for 2. That one.
She's got a good-looking shot too, so I'm pleased that one went down for her.
Whitaker for the win, and that will do us. So
Skittles.
The Pouakai get the win 21-9. Fairly comprehensive, it must be said.
And we'll see on the replay here, Lauren Whitaker with the game winner.
So with the win, mainland Pouakai move to a 4-1 record. For the Kahu, they are 1-5. Rosalia Samia has been one of the stars of the 3x3 Cup here in Invercargill this year, putting up a lot of points leading this Pouakai team. And here she is with Judd Flavel.
I'm here with Rosie. Rosie, congratulations on the win. Very clinical in that game. Talk us through that one.
I think we're still just trying to gel together, play more games together, and I think as we play more, it's getting better. And just working on little things like transition at the moment, yeah.
Definitely seen the chemistry there. You guys have a good chemistry. You guys, a lot of you have played together for throughout the year. What are you guys looking to build for, for tomorrow? You guys are sitting at the top of the table. How can you make little gains in creating momentum?
I think once we get the rhythm of the game, it's just working on those 1% of things. So hustle plays, crashing the boards, you would have seen Kiki and Lauren and Tiana doing really well just then. And just going after the ball wherever we can. So yeah, 1% of things.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, Rosie.
Thanks very much, Judd. Good to hear there from Rosalia Samia. She has been pretty good over the opening 2 days, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has been, and she's impressed me just with her leadership as well. And she does have a young side to work with this year, and not saying that she's by any means an older player, but she is a very experienced player in the 3x3 game and doing a great job.
Well, 1 to go on day 2 at the 3x3 Cup. Men's basketball coming your way. Tavake Pacifica up against the West Coast Rapids on the other side of the break.
Kelly takes it in. Now it goes to Ben Hall. And blocks out of court. And it'll stay with just 1 second, I think. And we'll bring out the last game we've got on court number 1, which is the Tavake versus Rapids. We'll just see here, because with 1 second on the shot clock, Ethan's just going to pull the trigger and perhaps end it. Doesn't, so Tuatara come up with it. Fitzgerald, we'll have another go here. Gets the foul. We'll go to the free throw line. Tavake Pacifica up against the Rapids, and for Tavake and 0-0, Tyro McLennan, and 2, Drew Leon, the Summer Alpha, 12, Joshua Nickel, and a 13, Joshua Tupangalao. And for the Rapids, and 4, Jared Rodriguez, 11, Jack Exeter. 16, Daron Rokawa.
Welcome back to the 3x3 Cup. Cat Jones, Justin Nelson with you. Last game of the day. Tavake Pacifica up against the Rapids. That's coming up very, very soon. Hope you're enjoying it. Been a lot of basketball so far, and it'll continue tomorrow, 11 a.m. local time here in New Zealand. 2 channels of basketball, of course, on Sky Sport, and live around the world on FIBA YouTube. Still a long way to go as all of these teams sort themselves out for Saturday's playoffs. Here's the lineups: Tavake Pacifica, McLennan, Tataga Laval, Nickel and Lusungiape, and for the Rapids, Rakawa, Burnett, Hibbs and Exeter. Just having a look, Cat Jones, at where these 2 teams sit at the moment.
Yeah, Tavake really unlucky, but they did get their first win today, but have had 7 losses already. And Rapids, even though they were the early leaders,
4-1 after day 1.
Yep, they're now 4 and 5.
Hasn't been their day, has it? 14 teams in the men's competition. They all play each other once through the preliminary, so 13 preliminary games each. I think I've got that right.
I think that you are correct.
What I can tell you at the moment is the Rams are leading the way. 7 wins, 1 loss, and then it is an absolute logjam. The Giants are 6 and 2. The Jets, the Sharks, the Airs are all 6 and 3. The Saints are 5 and 3. Tuatara 5 and 3. They're playing at the moment and look headed for a loss. In fact, they may have just lost on the other court. But what I'm trying to point out is it's close.
It is. There is nothing for sure in this game. Saints as well. Giants Saints, just another 21-20 finish. Close game down to the wire. Giants were able to get that one.
Been so many of them, hasn't they?
And Tavake Pacifica have lost 3 or 4 games within 1 or 2 points. So, again, Rapids will want to take this one. Daron Rokawa is the leading scorer after a day and a half, and certainly will be right up there after this session.
Well, as you said, for the Rapids, it hasn't been their day, has it? So they need to get a win to head home ahead of day 3. And we're not too far away from a start here.
And we look like we're almost back on track. Fire and Storm, the women's competition on court 2. Almost ready to go.
Coin officials, they've been working hard. Just like to thank our producers for pointing the camera over our way and just showing everyone how tired we are. Thanks for that. It's been a long couple of days and nights so far, hasn't it? So we're just about set for a start. You would think the Rapids start favourites here, although they've had their troubles today, haven't they?
They certainly have.
There's Tavake Pacifica going through their normal pre-game routine. They've been a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. Some really talented, explosive players.
So here we go, set for a start. Final game of day 2 underway. Rapids, Tavake Pacifica. Great start, great set from the Rapids. They're up by 1.
Exeter with a great back cut pass by Burnett.
Josh Nickel off the glass, won't get it to go. McLennan there with an effort. In the end, they sort it out amongst themselves. 1 apiece. Burnett, long range, doesn't drop. Lusongiape. In fact, Tataga Laval, I should say it is. Inside, spinning, may have travelled. Did. Well picked up by the coin officials. Just Tataga Laval.
Yeah, Harokawa and Lusongiape entering the game. First sub. It's a handy first sub to have, isn't it, for either team?
Absolutely. Here is Daron. Has been in great form over the opening 2 days. Doubled on that occasion. McLennan. Lusongiape here. Athletic. Pass wasn't good. Burnett took it away. Gave it back to Jack Exeter. That shot doesn't go down. And we're tied at 1 apiece after a minute.
Bit of a flurry of defensive plays there. Burnett, I've been impressed by him. Good looking 2-point shot. Smart player. very well versed in 3x3.
And he has hit some big shots in this competition so far. Very impressive. McLennan all the way to the basket. And don't let his size fool you. We've seen him get up above the rim a few times already.
Yeah. Him and Drew, I think possibly would be two of the best dunks I've seen at this tournament so far. But you can't go past also Liam Judd. But for their size, very, very impressive.
There is Lusongiape getting up after the rebound. Resets for Tavake. Sends it down to Nickel. On the turnaround, should get that one to go and does. So good start for Tavake at Pacifica, 3-1.
Hibbs passing out to Burnett.
There's going to be an offensive foul there. There is against the Rapids. We are going to get that score back up for you in a second. 3-1 Tavake lead. Still over 8 minutes of play to go.
That last shot of Burnett's didn't count because of an illegal screen by Hibbs, I believe. So Burnett would love to have counted that basket. That one didn't go down, but he'll get many more opportunities.
Taga Laval getting busy. So 4-1 to Tavake. They lead this one. We'll get that score ticker back up for you shortly. 4-1 is the score. Right.
Derone almost with the bank.
And inside the shot clock too. He just had to get that up, didn't he?
A shot.
Songiape from downtown adds two. This is a handy little lead now, Tavake. 6-1.
Exeter does well to keep the ball in. They're very aware of the sidelines generally.
If they score here, Tavake, Rapids would be well advised to take a timeout, I think. Foul there against Hibbs.
Yeah, they're just going to go for a sub. A good foul there just to stop the clock and have a quick pause.
6-1, 7:26 to play. Taga Laval.
Oh, great finish.
Nice work. 7-1 Tavake. Exeter now. They need a score here.
And he makes it, and he'll get the free throw.
Yep, counted. Timely for the Rapids. Jack Exeter, 7-2 the score. Again, apologies on the score ticker. We will get that up for you shortly. 7-2, Tavake lead. TAB, Jack Exeter leaves it short.
Taga Laval going himself. Bumping off Exeter.
Nice and aggressive. He's growing in confidence, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Burnett.
Big two, 8-4 the score. Tavake leading 8-4. In fact, that was only counted as a 1, so it's 8-3. Maybe a foot on the line. McLennan is fouled. He'll head to the TAB. In fact, that scoreboard has now been
corrected.
Fixed up. 8-4 the score. Tavake Pacifica leading the Rapids 8-4. Here's McLennan at the TAB, official stats partner, of course.
6:48 to go.
Leaves the shot well short, 8-4. Here's Derone. Always a threat.
Burnett knew that one was off.
Speaking of threats, let's put a couple away. Tavake by 4. What a win this would be to close out day 2.
And a tough day for the Rapids.
Well, they went home last night feeling pretty good about themselves. Look at that.
Wow.
Tyrone McLennan with the highlight of the day, getting up and smashing it down for Tavake. They lead by 5. Derone is fouled. He makes it. Highlight after highlight to finish us off on night number 2.
Smart play by Rokawa. Very aware of the situation, where the defender is. But what about that dunk?
McLennan, arguably the dunk of the tournament so far. Massive play. And then, not to be outdone, Derone Rakawa said, well, I won't do it from inside, I'll do it from outside. Huge two-pointer from the corner, and he's at the TAB for the bonus. Tyrone McLennan. Wow. Daron puts it down, adds one, 9-7. Here's McLennan again.
Oh.
On a hot streak, inside, outside stuff.
He can do anything.
Foul there. That's going to be against Jared Burnett.
Draws the foul too.
No doubt our director upstairs is scanning through to see if he can pick up a replay of that Tyrone McLennan dunk.
Multifaceted.
Hot stuff.
Just checking the score. Seems to be
11-7 is what we've got in the stadium. Again, just working on the issue of getting that score feed through to the screen for you, and maybe that's something that they're looking at the moment, but 11-7 is what we've got. In fact, make that 12-7 in the stadium here. Tavake Pacifica 12, West Coast Rapids 7. Still 6 minutes 20 to play, so a long way to go.
But if the Tavake team can continue to pour points on, the game might be out of the reach of the Rapids. So let's see what happens. They've got some great scorers.
Been impressive. Here's McLennan again. Gives it up. Lasongi Ape fires away. Banks it in for two. It's their night.
Certainly is. They're wanting that winning feeling that they've got from their first ever win at 3x3.
Earlier today, of course. And they
love to see it.
Lead this one 14-7, Cats. So they're in the box seat right now. And here they go again to Taga Laval in the corner. He'll fire away. They're hitting everything right now. That one doesn't go down. Battle on the boards. Daron comes up with it.
And why not?
Rakawa getting busy. Draws contact. Wears the contact. Heads to the TAB for one. Tavake 14. Rapids 7.
And that made three bank shot from the top. Heartbreaker.
Tyrone McLennan's just taken a break. Well worthy of a break as well. Some highlights for him in this one for Tavake. Josh Nickel into the game. Here he is on the turnaround. Draws the foul. Adds another one. 15-8 at the TAB. Josh Nickel. Gee, they've had a night to remember to finish this one off, haven't they, Tavake?
I sure have. And the last game I did commentary for, Nickel was shooting twos. He got really hot.
Another point off the miss to Taga Laval and a turnover. Lasongi Ape to Taga Laval for two. Halfway down. 16-8. Tavake lead.
The way their night's going, I'm surprised that didn't drop.
Burnett can't finish it off. To Taga Laval.
He'll shoot that.
Lasongi Ape, ball on the floor, step back, fires up over Burnett for two. May get it back. Burnett picks it up for the Rapids. Steps around to Taga Laval. 16-8. Nickel for one, 17-8.
Smart play. Just cutting to the hoop, finishing around the rim.
Badly needed. Exeter can't complete. Plenty of time left in this game, but right now it is all about Tavake Pacifica. Lasongi Ape gets back his own shot, crosses over Exeter on the reverse. Can't get it to go down.
This will be a great shot for Rapids if they can get it to go, but unfortunately Exeter short on that one.
Tough pass for Josh Nickel to pick up. Turnover. Daron Rakawa with plenty of space. You won't miss many of them.
Yep.
To Taga Laval from the corner. Tried to get a foul called in his favour. Opposite corner. Rakawa misses. Quickly out. Lasongi Ape.
It's a two-point shooting clinic. But still 17-10. 4 minutes to go.
Well, I reckon Tavake Pacifica in the next minute or two will be grabbing their bags, heading home from night number 2. There it is. There's that highlight from earlier on. GJ Gardner-Holmes. What a replay that is. What a setup it was for Tavake. got a break in the game. We might have a look at that again. Massive play in this game. In fact, there was the response straight away from Daron Rakawa. Here we go. Have a look at this.
Little screen and
big finish, wasn't it?
It actually doesn't do it justice. Live, it was just phenomenal.
So we've got a break in the game. Not too sure what's happening here. I reckon the ring, I reckon the hoop might be off centre. Maybe that's what they're talking about here, the officials.
It's had a lot of attention.
Maybe that's a result of Tyrone McLennan. Although I'll give you a tip, the officials, at 9:56 p.m. local time, and Tavake Pacifica leading 17-10, I'm happy for the hoop to be off centre a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's a very quick fix.
Well, that's what's going on here. So the coin officials have put a stop to this game, and I reckon you'll find that the basket is just off centre a little bit. So they're just trying to fix that at the moment. Probably give us a chance to have a quick chat. Kat Jones, what have you made of day 2 and night 2?
Again, so many close games, so tough to call. I mean, I'm quietly chuffed that the Nelson Giants have done so well coming into this tournament. I think Sam Dempster was kind of didn't realise that they had some great opportunities and they've taken them. I think he sort of felt that on paper they were probably, the underdogs going into a few games, but yeah, managed to 6-2. That's a great record.
Two teams leading the way at the moment, respectively, in each competition. In the men, the Rams are 7-1. They top the table after the second day of action. And over on the women's side of the 3x3 Cup, Tokomanua Queens, 5 straight wins so far.
In the 5, just got a win just now on court 2, and so that puts them near the top of the table as well, 5-1.
They'll sit second on the ladder tonight, and they're definitely the two teams that everyone was talking about coming into the competition as well, the Queens and the Phi. They have already played each other in preliminary games. The Queens getting that one from memory by 6. Going to move on to the other court is the news here, but we'll stay with commentary here. So our camera shot here will be long range to finish this one off, but because of that situation with the hoop, they can't fix that immediately off centre after that Tyrone McLennan dunk. And that's why we're going to finish this one off on the other court here at the 3x3 Cup. So we'll stay with the long shot and commentary right here. Tavake leading 17-10, 4:05 to play. And you would think that Tavake Pacifica will get the win. A little bit further away to finish this one off. But clearly that hoop, Kat Jones, is going to take a little bit of work overnight.
Yeah. Good solution.
So here we go, back underway. Game has been moved over to court 2. 17-10. Nickel make it 19-10. So they may finish this pretty quickly here, Tavake. Rakawa with the pass. Burnett back to Daron for 2 of his own. He's getting up for the rebound, but there's McLennan.
And Nickel, again, great inside-outside game.
Off the glass for 1, so within 1 now, Tavake. Nice way to finish day number 2 for Tavake Pacifica. Burnett knocked away Nickel. Good defence.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Nickel's been active. A 2, a 1, and a great defensive. Oh, actually, it's come off.
Yeah, it'll turn over.
Yeah, come off the rapid, so 12 seconds.
Lasongiape, they only need 1. McLennan to Taga-Lavau. He wants to finish it off, and he does that. Josh Taga-Lavau with the final point of day number 2 here at the 3x3 Cup. And they get the win 21-10. Hasn't been a bad day for Tavake Pacifica. A couple of wins, however, for the Rapids, They went to bed after night one with a 4-1 record, and they are now at 4-6 after day 2.
Just shows you how quickly your fortunes can change.
Halfway through the 3x3 Cup for 2023. Hope you're enjoying all of the action here from ILT Stadium, Southland. Daytime session coming up next tomorrow. 11 a.m. local time here in Invercargill, New Zealand, as the second half of the 3x3 Cup gets underway. The business end is nearing as the 24 teams here continue their journey. And let's not forget, the internationals are halfway through. Trans-Tasman, New Zealand, Australia, halfway through at the moment. In the men, New Zealand lead 3-1. In the women, New Zealand lead 3-1. More games to come in those internationals tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed it. Halfway through the 3x3 Cup, we'll be back from 11 a.m. local time tomorrow. We'll see you then on Sky Sport.